Ever notice how ads always pop up at the worst moments? When the killer's identity is about to be revealed. During that perfect meditation flow. On Amazon Music, we believe in keeping you in the moment. That's why we've got millions of ad-free podcast episodes, so you can stay completely immersed in every story, every reveal, every breath. Download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
Okay, here's the thing. I get it. I know it's a joke and super funny. But if you just stop right now, and let me out, I'll never tell anybody because I know it's a joke. I know all about jokes. I promise everything will be fine. Just let me out, please. And
Hey, Pam! Remember when I said this car was death-proof? Well, that wasn't a lie. This car is 100% death-proof. Only to get the benefit of it, honey, you really need to be sitting in my seat. Chartreuse!
Oh my god, dude, I don't like this.
Jesus, man, you're looking bad.
This
You are looking rough.
this hospital is packed too with gross ass people.
I know. Why is there so many people here? I know we should be recording. Yeah, I mean, like, I know we should be recording right now, but the way you look, I think this is way better.
No,
you see a doctor, you get some medication. We'll go back and podcast later.
Yeah, I hate hospitals, but let's do this because I just popped a zit on my arm.
Oh, Jesus. God, that's gross.
I think it was something I ate last night.
Mr. Cory, the doctor will see you now.
All right, I'll be right back, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Good luck, man. Just, I'll be out here. I'll wait for you, and, I don't know, man. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, doctor?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm not doing very.
Are you Cory?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What brings you in today?
So, yeah, I just kind of woke up today and
yeah, you look like you're not feeling
I walked into this green smoke. I don't know. I thought it was like pot smoke or something.
Okay.
And then I've been feeling gross, and now I got like these
Were you
zits.
actually smoking the drugs?
Not this morning.
Not the marijuana?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's gonna help. You don't want to lie to your doctor. I got a copy.
A weird vapor.
Okay.
And then now my tongue's getting hard. I'm getting boils and zits everywhere.
Tongue's getting hard. Yeah,
There's,
I see you got some acne all over your forearms and
there's
your shins and your face. And
slime coming out of my fingernails.
it's a pretty bad
Everything
eczema.
itches. I feel I have a headache. I have heartburn. I have that every day. But
Is your eye always protruding from your face like it is right now?
yeah,
Because it kind of looks like it's slumping out of
one's
the eye
bigger
socket.
than the other. But I don't know. Is it getting worse?
It's fully removed from the eye socket right now. Just me starting to talk about it until where we're at now. It's now sliding down your face.
Yeah. So I don't know if you
This
got
isn't
some.
good.
Do you got some cream or something I can do? I actually got
So
some.
when did these symptoms start?
I told you just like a few hours
Oh, yes,
ago.
you were smoking the marijuana.
I woke up around 1, and I saw a cloud of smoke.
Did you what the kids call wake and bake?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
didn't.
well, you said a cloud of green smoke, so I'm just trying to get to the
Yeah.
bottom of it, Mr.
Yeah, I get
Cory.
it. And I don't like the doctor or anything, so if we could, I don't know, my tongue is getting a little hard too, so I don't know if you got a glass of water.
Hard tongue, you say?
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you have a family history of hard tongues or maybe boils and sores all over your body?
No, man, of course not.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. We got a list of questions. We just got to go through them. It's not a big deal.
All right.
Okay, so you're not high.
No.
Just to make sure.
No, the smoke made me sick, not high.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people get too high. They come in here. They're not as in bad a shape as
This
you
is
are.
why I don't come to the doctors, because you guys always get on about this stuff.
Look,
like
man, I used to party back in the day when I was a kid,
I get
okay?
it.
That was, it was a fun time. 1972 was the best.
Anyway, Mr. Cube, right?
Yes, I'm Dr. Cube.
Yeah.
I'm filling in for Dr. Block. He's also out sick. It's going around, trust me.
I can hear it. It sounds like chaos. So, do you got anything? Have you dealt with this? Is there anything you can do to help me?
Have I dealt with what you have?
Yeah.
I've never seen what you have right now. That's why I'm trying to get to understand the level of weed that you smoked here.
It doesn't have anything to do with that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
sure.
That's the last time I'm going to ask, except I'm going to ask one more time. So, yes. So I noticed that a finger just dropped off on the floor. Does that normally happen?
No, man.
You sure?
I'm not. Are we going to do anything, or am I going to self-medicate?
Yeah, do you have asthma?
No.
Okay. Interesting. Cory, we gotta get the. Excuse me. We're in a checkup here. Cory, we gotta get the fuck out of here, man. There's people eating each other out in the fucking waiting room. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this guy's.
Excuse me.
I don't feel very good.
I'm with a patient right now. Look at him.
But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any help here.
Oh my God, his teeth have dropped out of his head right now.
That didn't even happen.
It kind of looks like it. Why am I collecting teeth in my operating room?
Yeah, I don't know, Nate. Should
Cory,
we leave?
we gotta get the fuck out of here. I
right.
shit you not, man. Like, it's going nuts.
All right, I'm gonna grab some bandages. Let's go.
Okay, all right. I mean, like, honestly, okay, grab some bandages, grab a fucking scalpel. Excuse me, you cannot just take the medical supplies here.
Shut up, Dr. Cube.
Well, that is very rude, and you know what? I'm gonna go look at another patient while you calm down.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Cory, that's why I tell you, they're fucking going crazy out there. It sounds fucking insane. There are people just going nuts out there.
Yeah, I don't feel good, man. Did my eye fall out?
Cory, you're
I think I'm covered in slime, right?
you're slimy and
I can't see.
your penis just dropped to the floor.
It did not.
It did.
It better not have. I can't feel anything.
No, it definitely. It dropped to the floor again. I think all 3 of your testicles dropped to
I've
the
been
ground.
thinking about we either do the podcast or I'm going to bite you.
Oh my God. Okay.
We better do it.
You know what? Let's just do the podcast. All right. Yeah. Fuck it. Maybe.
All right. Episode 36.
Woohoo!
The horror of 2007.
Boy, I hope this episode makes you feel better, Cory, because you are looking in rough shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need some warm Sprite and some chicken noodle soup. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wake up every day. I look at my mirror and I go, oh, you look rough today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do. I need to start exercising or something.
Yeah. 2007, man. We're back in the early 2000s. Can't wait.
22? I was 22. You were 21?
Yeah, that seems about right.
That right?
Seems about right, yeah.
So it's 15 in 2000 and then...
Yeah. I used to think, like, when we would say our ages that people would think we're young, but really, no. No, we're not. But yeah, 2007, kind of, I don't know, like, this year, there was a lot of good stuff going on with horror. I know that there's some of it that we're going to disagree on, and we'll talk about it a little bit later tonight. But, like, there were so many where you're like, why didn't you put this on your list? And I was doing the same thing to you. But I think when we're saying that, it speaks to how good that year was in horror. And we always often knock, like, 90s horror, which isn't as bad as people say.
I mean, I think I only got one gripe. with what you did. You got a gripe with something I didn't.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's not bad. But I mean, like, there was a lot going through the list of like, because I don't know how many you watched, but I had to watch
38.
Yeah, I was gonna say going through that list. I mean,
39.
yeah, we've seen the majority of these movies, and a lot of good shit in this year. We got some French movies, we got global movies, we got all sorts of different things. So
too many found footage, too many zombie.
This is getting
too many
into
French extremists.
Yep.
Too many, invasion. Like
I think that's the hardest thing is because we're out of found footage, we're out of zombies now. I mean, like it's still going on, but like no one gives a shit about that stuff anymore, right? But like this is when it was like peak popularity of those things.
Well, and this was in between. This was kind of like the end of the. I mean, the Scream shit wasn't happening.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
The gruesome for no reason, kind of. I don't know.
A little bit, but that wasn't. I don't think that was happening in this country. It was more of like the found footage and things like that. So
when horror got lazy,
and then you just start to see we're on the cusp of independent horror starting to come through, which is actually pretty exciting. So, So
you don't call it independent? It's a hipster horror.
I wouldn't say that. Not with number 3 up there. We're looking at our board right now for first-time listeners. But yeah, anyway, before we get into the topic at hand tonight, which is 2007, what have you been watching, Cory? Anything?
I mean, I saw news, right? Or watching. So I watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, shit. Should we do some horror news and what we've been watching?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but 2 things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
All right.
First in news. Where the fuck is the Toxic Avenger movie? When can we watch it? And why did they just deem it unreleasable?
Yeah, so I heard about this. So it came out in the festival last year.
Yeah.
And people liked it for its irreverent craziness, which is in theme with the trauma classic, like the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, it's not like a big budget, not trauma movie. It's a trauma movie
and
by
then,
a different guy.
And then who deemed it unreleasable? The actual, like, do you know the
every production company?
Every production company says it's unreleasable, which I find
can't put it in the movie theaters. You can't.
Okay, well, I never really thought that movie was going to go to the movie theaters anyway, but like I thought it was going to go to streaming. You're telling me that we can't drop it on streaming
too? Yeah, I don't know.
It's a mess? Like in a bad way or a good way?
Like, yeah, like it's an incoherent film.
Oh, right? Really?
Did you read the article?
I did, but yeah, I thought it was just because it was so like,
I skimmed it.
Subversive.
Yeah.
That people were just like, we can't release this to a mainstream
audience. They were like,
audience.
you're remaking the Toxic Avenger and we can make a bunch of money off of it. But they're like, oh, wait, this is still a trauma movie.
Yes, which is the glory of it, which is what I think all the fans of Toxic Avenger want.
No trauma movie is releasable.
No.
You know how Uncle Lloyd makes us wait for everything. Remember how long we had to wait for Return of Nukem High Volume 2?
Yeah.
I had to wait forever for that. I don't know. Maybe
Citizen Toxie I remember hearing about before that came out for a long time. Yeah.
Poltergeist was forever. Maybe it's Uncle Lloyd.
Not one of his best, though.
Maybe it's Uncle Lloyd. It's fucking was the one that deemed it unreleasable.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe he's hyping it up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those that all of a sudden it surprise drops.
Yeah,
like during the Halloween season or something like that. But I don't know.
I want to see it. I want to talk shit about it or praise it to the high heavens. But
are you still worried about it?
If it came out last year, I mean, I'm less worried about it now that I know that it's a piece of shit. Now I can expect it to be a piece of shit and I can enjoy it for all its piece of shitness. I was worried that I thought it was going to be like a mainstream movie with like a real plot and they were going to be like bad with the character. But
yeah, I thought that too, actually.
Now that I know that it's going to be more of like just another trauma movie not directed by Lloyd, I think it might be good.
So this excites you a little bit more, right?
Well, no, but it's pissing me off that I'm waiting so long. I don't want to wait any longer.
Well, I know. I get that. But yeah, it's, I don't know. That's a good thing, right? Because as true Toxic Avenger fans like we are, to get a movie that's deemed unreleasable sounds exciting. Because it's going to be that irreverent, humor off the wall.
I don't know. Maybe there was a small part of me that wanted some production value and some plot and...
I think if you make the Toxic Avenger a little person to begin with.
Well, but is Melvin a little person, or is the Toxic Avenger a little person?
Yeah, but it's Peter Dinklage. I thought he was
Does he play both, or is he Melvin?
I don't know. But
no, I think he's Toxie.
I think he's
probably
Toxie.
Probably both. He's probably both.
Yeah, I'd love to tell you, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of horror news. Scream 7 got an update, and it's going to, which we all figured, primarily deal with Sidney Prescott's story. Yeah. So maybe this is the true ending that we get.
Good killer.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope they kill
maybe
her.
At the end, yeah. But this is going to be the true ending of Sidney Prescott, finally.
Oh, they are going to end the story?
I don't know that for sure, but I think, aren't they going to, if they're bringing her back and making her a Sidney Prescott-focused story, don't you think it's got to be like the
jump
real
away from that
end?
other story? Yeah.
Yeah, because she didn't even want to come back to begin with.
Well, she wanted more money.
And they probably gave it to her after the Jenna Ortega, Tara Carpenter, or whatever their name is. No, what's the other one? Melissa Barrera. That whole debacle happened. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just put it out and we'll see. I'm not excited. I'd rather it go the old way. I want Sidney Prescott to die. I don't think she's that great.
You don't think she's that...
I tell you what, if she was in this town, I'd put on the boots and the dress and I'd try to fucking kill her because I'm sick of seeing her in the fucking movies.
I think Ghostface would have an issue with you calling it a dress, but yeah.
Well, it's a dress.
So progressive.
You're a Harmony Korine fan, right?
Yeah.
His new movie's coming out and it's a thriller/horror.
What is it?
Baby Invasion. He said it's a mix between like The Purge and Kids.
I was gonna say
it's gonna be a bunch of kids invading and probably doing a purge thing on some rich people.
So it's gonna be kind of like a remake of The Children, or
I don't know. I mean, there's
what movie I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah. There's just there's like a rave cover and it has a baby birthday. And it says it's a thriller horror. Harmony Korine's coming out with a new movie called Baby Invasion.
Is it Bloody Birthday where all the kids are evil?
Yeah,
and they kill people. Yeah.
There's so many of those. We were going to do Killer Children episode, but
it's better than Killer Dolls. Yeah, I do that anytime.
Also, you're a big Hell House LLC guy, right?
Love it. Yep.
Did you hear about Lineage?
No. Is this his fifth film?
Yep, new one. They're making it right now. It's called Lineage. That's all I know.
Okay. I'm kind of over him at this point. Although the last one is probably my second favorite. Yeah, that just came out. Yeah, I mean that was actually really good.
And then that remember that Samara Weaving movie Azura or Azale. Look that up real quick.
Okay, I'll look it up. Samara Weaving
Azura. That's about to come out, and that looks pretty good. There's a whole bunch of like little horror movies starting to come out because obviously we're getting close to Halloween, but that one looks pretty promising.
Azrael.
There it is.
In a world no one speaks, a devout female hunts down a young woman who has escaped her imprisonment. Recaptured by its ruthless leaders, Azrael is due to be sacrificed to pacify an ancient evil deep within the surrounding wilderness. Interesting.
That looks good, doesn't it? I just got my $20 Fangora magazine from the bookstore.
Wait a minute. I'm actually getting excited about this as I'm looking at it. I haven't heard about this movie at all.
Really?
Rated R. Interesting premise. Also written by Simon Barrett. You know who Simon Barrett is?
No.
He wrote You're Next, The Guest.
Oh, yeah.
Some really great things for
Glory.
VHS and things like that.
Yeah.
Usually works with what's his face from Adam Wingard. He also did the Blair Witch, I'm sure too. Yeah. But yeah,
new one,
yeah. But yeah, still.
He did that for money, probably not for passion.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so that's interesting. In a world no one speaks in, female hunts down a young woman who has escaped her imprisonment. Interesting. So this is kind of like a shit poor synopsis. Doesn't really tell us much about the movie.
And it comes out soon, doesn't it?
It looks like it's going to come out
next year.
September 5th.
Oh, boom.
But what is RU? Oh, festivals.
Yeah.
RU is Russia. Limited United States and end of September. So that's interesting. Look, I am a true blue Samara Weaving fan. Love her.
Yeah.
She is a crush of mine for sure. So I'll watch anything that she's in.
They should make her the new Sydney.
Yeah, well, they killed her in 6. So not going to happen.
They
but
don't really give a shit about continuity.
No,
just do some meta thing about not having continuity.
They don't.
What we've watched? You watched Twisters.
Yeah, not really a horror movie unless you're scared of tornadoes. But like, look, it's not bad.
It's corny, right?
Yeah, but so is Twister.
Yeah,
right.
But it's good corny.
It's good corny. If you like Twister, then you'll love Twisters.
I liked Twister when I was a kid, but I watched it again a while ago. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, all I need is a tornado ripping through shit and tense scenes, right? And that's what you get in this film. I don't need too much of a plot. It's not bad. Glenn Powell, the lead actor in it.
Cyclops. He reminds me of Cyclops.
Yeah, well, he's fantastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's awesome.
I heard he might be vice president for...
he's the vice president pick. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's how Kamala's going to win.
You're picking Glenn Powell. You heard it here first.
Well, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, how was
opening
that?
weekend. Well, every seat took in on the Sunday after it came out.
Every seat took in.
Every seat was full, right?
Okay,
so I bought 3 seats, and then I was second row all the way to the left. I don't know. It's so fun. I mean, I know it's not horror either, but like...
Yeah, I mean...
we watched everything last episode, so we don't have anything to talk about this time. So,
Yep.
But yeah, that's super, super R-rated, great fights, super funny, fucking the gayest, bestest MCU movie in a really long time.
Oh, really? A really long time. What was gayer than this film?
No, nothing is gayer.
Oh, nothing is gayer than this film.
This is
okay.
the gayest.
Okay.
One.
So where would you rank it in the Deadpool films?
Oh, probably best.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so beating the first one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the first Deadpools to really know the rank, but they're all pretty same. But this one's better than there's an added element of spark and shine and
with Hugh Jackman
and the cameos and the budget and
the cameos are unreal. That's all everyone's talking about. Is how many people
stop reading them, because not everything you think is going to happen is going to happen. It's only 2 hours and 5 minutes long.
Sure.
I thought this shit was going to be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. It's not, but it's still cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I didn't read that, but it looks fucking awesome.
And it's gory.
Yeah, well, they've all been pretty gory. I recently watched 1 and 2 in anticipation of this film, and so.
And you seem to be the only person I know that hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, I'm going to change that this weekend. So maybe by the next episode, if anyone gives a fuck about an MCU movie on our horror podcast, which I think a lot of people do. Yeah. I think there's a lot of transitions, but or crossover.
Movie's good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did a little letterboxed movie list. I've been doing prep for Flashback Weekend, which is this thing that we've been talking about. We've been really ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Candyman's out, so our last episode,
Tony Todd dropped out due to health issues.
Yeah, I get it. He's sick. Like
fucking douche.
I mean, I'm not.
No, he's sick. He's sick, we want him to be healthy.
I don't know. This is the second time I was gonna go see him. I wasn't able to go the first time. No, he can't go this time. And Devin Sawa was out too. That was the other big one. And Jane Levy was already out. And so now I'm gonna go.
Jane Levy's pregnant. Devin Sawa's shooting a movie. Probably
Jane Levy's pregnant?
Yeah, that's why she dropped out. No, she shot a thing out to everyone that was invited for the Flashback Weekend saying, sorry, but I'm pregnant.
So fucking sit down.
I don't know,
the due
man.
date this fucking weekend?
I don't know. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But yeah, so I get it. I wouldn't want to fucking travel around if I'm lugging a human being inside my uterus.
Do not lug I'm going to be lugging Anthony with me this whole fucking weekend.
Yeah.
It's not going to be any different.
But there's still some cool people there. I can't wait to hear the stories of this since I've unfortunately had to back out this weekend, so I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, fuck. I'm excited to hear your guys' trip. I'm
and then you
so
have
fucking
to,
pumped.
yeah. Well, it was Nate's idea, and
Yeah, I know.
he cut off his foot. He's on a stump.
Just stumping.
I don't know.
But yeah.
So yeah, I watched Cabin Fever again, which is
You gonna watch The Warriors?
pretty cool. I did watch The Warriors.
Halloween
and,
3?
the only one I haven't watched is Halloween 3, but I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Nice.
I watched The Fog again. That kind of got me excited about Barbeau. But how old is Adrienne Barbeau now?
Yeah, but she still looks great for a 75-year-old woman, though. Well, yeah.
I mean, I didn't think she looked that fine way back in the day because she looks like my aunts, remember?
Yeah, well, now she's going to look like your grandma.
Well,
I mean, grandma is fine.
you've seen my grandma?
No, but I want to.
Yeah, you would.
Is she fine? Is Adrienne Barbeau fine?
You really still think Adrienne Barbeau is fine?
I met her, now this was a few years ago now, at this point, like 3, 4. But she's a good-looking old lady, man. Like, she's still with it. Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I watched Detroit Rock City, and I'm kind of getting excited about James DeBello.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like a
Cabin
snotty nerd in every movie.
Cabin Fever, Detroit Rock
Crime
City.
and Punishment was always a big movie for me when I was a kid, too, with Monica
sure.
Keenan and
Yep.
really weird exploitation teams. But yeah, so getting excited for that and all that other shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we got some cool shit coming up, and we also have some exciting things to talk about with podcasts that are coming down the pike, especially as we get closer to the Halloween season. So you guys definitely want to be staying tuned for that. But before we get into tonight's thing, we should probably check in with some listeners because we got some listener emails.
Did you really put her liver in the mailbox? Because I heard that they found her liver in the mailbox next to her spleen and her pancreas.
Randy, you goon, fucking trying to eat here.
Okay, so we have a listener, first time emailer in, listener Deanna. Thank you for reaching out to the podcast. She is up in Alaska. Cory. Right. Yeah. We have a listeners in Alaska. You want to go there?
I do want to go there.
Why do you want to go there?
It's like one of my top 4 places I'd like to go if I could go anywhere because I like the cold.
I heard it's very beautiful, but yeah, there's some places obviously more beautiful than others, and then the other ones are
I just like the cold and the silence, and I've never caught a fish, but
well, I mean, there's plenty of Alaska.
The nights are longer.
Nights are long. Well, then. Yeah, depending on the time of year.
I'm sure the bars are bomb there.
I'm sure the bars are full of drunks.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But
I don't ski, I don't fish, but I would go there.
I would love, so I would love to visit it for sure. But listener Deanna emails in and says, "Hey, dudes. I've never written into a podcast before as I never feel like I have anything interesting to add, and I'm sure that's not true. But after listening to episode 35, I feel like my time has finally come and could just not resist this time."
All right. We were pushing it last episode.
Oh, we were fucking pushing it. We always push it. Well, we just love listening to or hearing from some of the listeners out there, and there's so many good ideas that we talk about offline and for future episodes and stuff like that too. Anyway, I stumbled across your show quite some time ago and binged it much quicker than I'd care to admit. Well, thank you very much. I love the banter. It's refreshing as hell, blah, blah, blah. She says some really nice things about us, Cory. I'll tell you about them offline, but...
why can't you say them online?
All right. I hate giving us props, even though we deserve it. But
read it.
I love the banter, and it's refreshing as hell, and hear such passionate, well-researched opinions... debatable, and conversation on movies most of my friends have never ever heard of that I've been watching most of my life, which is the beauty of horror in this podcast. But I've lived in Anchorage, Alaska for the past 6 years, so most of my friends live across the country, and the few I do have here aren't quite as, well, enthusiastic about horror as I am. So even though they will tag along to the movie with me, I can't geek out in full form with them. All of this to say that I'm so beyond stoked about your show in general, and also I have people to fully indulge in this obsession with, because I too am an introvert obsessed with all things horror.
Yeah.
Yep. That's common theme on this podcast. But anyway, After hearing you talk about X and Pearl and how much you love Mia Goth, I cannot wait to hear what you thought about Maxine, and as I've shared the same sentiments for most of the part. I went to the early release show, and she says, sorry, Cory, if that brings up bad memories, because you did not have a good time. And have been dying to find somebody talking about the giallo elements throughout the film. I must be in all the wrong horror groups on Facebook because the vast majority of people have not picked up on the elements that make this so much more than just another horror film, even if you want to classify that. It's not only a love letter, and then she says the phrase sounds pretentious to me, but you know what I mean. I think it is a love letter to the 80s, but an incredible nod to 80s Argento and giallo films as well. And this is totally spot on. I think we both agree with this. We were talking about this last time. And she says every single time they showed a scene that a black glove killer in the film, my face lit up like a kid's on Christmas. Horror or not, Ty West knew exactly what he was doing with a breath of fresh air compared to most modern horror these days. Yeah. Totally agree with this.
Yeah, the gloves. I love the gloves too. Fine. But it can't be. You can't make an American Jell-O, can you?
You definitely can. Why can't you?
I thought that's what makes it Jell-O.
I think it's just pronounced Jell-O.
I'm hungry for Jell-O.
Okay, that's a stupid joke, and I'm going to step aside and let fucking Deanna take my spot because she's right and much more deserving. So anyway, she says, so thank you for opening the door to that conversation, making my month with that. Another long-awaited review of yours was Long Legs, and that did not disappoint either. I was getting really tired of seeing people bitch about how they didn't think it was classified as horror, and all I kept thinking about is I can't wait to hear what Nate and Cory are going to say about this. That is totally a horror movie. Yeah. And one thing I failed to bring up last episode is
that the legs weren't that long.
No, I am so sick of that joke. It makes me want to Nicholas. It makes me want to. Every time I hear that joke, I want to bash my face in like Nicolas Cage does. Anyway, no. One thing I wanted to bring up that we didn't get to is that a fucking awesome double feature is Osgood Perkins' film, The Black Coat's Daughter.
Yeah,
and this film. Have you seen that movie?
We covered it in one thing, didn't we?
Yeah, it's such a good double feature to watch.
I need to watch it again. I think I watched it and didn't pay attention.
It's so bleak. It's so dark. It's fucking great to watch A Black Coat's Daughter and then Long Legs back to back and do like an Osgood Perkins night. I recommend it for everyone out there, including you, Deanna. If you haven't seen that movie, watch The Black Coat's Daughter. Anyway. But she's already seen it because she already fucking knows all this shit anyway. But anyway. All of this is not just to give you my opinion on these movies or just butter you up by agreeing, although we like that, but just to elaborate on how much I've started to look forward to hearing that banter and conversation. Shit gets lonely up here in the Arctic, and sometimes it really is one of my favorite things to tune into and giggle along with because it also feels like listening to two of the voices in my own head.
Ooh, I'm the bad guy and you're the good guy.
Sorry about that. No.
You're the bad guy. I'm the good guy.
Feels like listening to two of the voices in my own head discuss my absolute favorite things. It is for sure gives me something to look forward to, so thank you both. Also, side note, what a fucking fantastic episode. Candyman is one of my all-time favorites, so for me it was doubly awesome that those two long-awaited reviews were in the same episode. Oh. However, I was hoping and waiting for that one, and we definitely missed out on this. However, I was hoping and waiting for that one South Park episode to make the honorable mentions where the boys summon up Biggie Smalls in the mirror. Yeah. And he shows up to pop a cap and Butter's ass. And it's fine, I guess. Can't win with them all. That was a glaring omission for sure. So
yeah, we're sorry about that.
She also supports coming out with some merch because she'd be proud to rock that. So, yeah. Anyway, it may seem like the ramblings of a lonely saboteur creep screaming from the depths of the pit, but I overthought the guts of this message more than I'd like to admit. So again, please keep up the fantastic work and thank you for having the conversations. You guys fucking rock. With love for all your loyal saboteur creep of the Arctic, Deanna.
Thank you, Deanna.
That was fucking awesome. First and foremost, thank you for emailing in. So many good things here. Yes, and I think the biggest takeaway is that this is what we love about the horror community, we love about their podcast, is because sometimes you do feel like you're on an island. I know I do. outside of Cory and people you've heard on this podcast before. Really, I don't get to talk horror with a lot of different people, and I think it is one of the best genres out there.
How far is Wisconsin and Anchorage?
Oh, it's like a couple miles. I don't fucking know.
A couple miles?
No, like a couple thousand miles, I think, probably.
It's pretty far.
It's real far. But yeah, no, I mean, there's so many cool things to talk about with horror, and that's the thing with horror that we found.
Yeah.
Whether you're at a convention, whether you're in, strangers on the internet, listening to a podcast, we're all connected. We all have the same loves. We're all this like very...
We're all misfits because we like weird movies.
We're all misfits that are very loving and like appreciating people. So like it's one of those things where it's just like it's so nice to hear from people that are like, hey, reaching out and saying like, I fucking love this movie. Let's talk about it. Because I mean that's all we want to do is just kind of nerd out about some of this shit that we talk about, especially Longlegs and the giallo aspect. So so thank you, Deanna, for reaching out. And if anyone wants to reach out and telling us where...
I got another letter, actually.
You have another letter? Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, then I will save what I was just going to say. And
so I got an Instagram sent to our Savage Horror Creeps Instagram page.
That's right. Savage Horror Creeps at Instagram.
Reads, hey, Creeps. First off, I have to say I fucking love the podcast. I've been listening to your episodes while at work, and it makes my shift a lot more fun and hilarious at times.
Oh, that's nice.
At times.
Love it when people are listening at work.
There are moments where my coworkers have heard me laugh to myself while working.
Is it in earbuds?
Yeah,
because then he just looks like a crazy person, which I get. We're all there.
Anyways, I was going to ask you guys if you have thought about doing a top 10 best horror video games. If not top 10, then top 5 maybe. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, Anna. Also, thank you for telling us about Hush being released on DVD. I love that movie, and I have missed watching it. And
yeah, Hush coming out on digital end of August, and DVD, Blu-ray, whatever's coming shortly after.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out, Anna. I don't play video games. I really don't. I haven't played a horror video game since Resident Evil on PlayStation 1.
Holy fuck.
I mean, well, I have the Friday the 13th on my Switch, but I haven't played more than 2 hours of that.
So I played I don't play a lot of video games either, but I have played the Friday the 13th game. Resident Evil 7 and 8 were actually like pretty creepy. And
people say like Red Dead Redemption, isn't that a horror? Or no,
that's a Western.
Okay.
Yeah, but
and then there's a Killer Clowns from Outer Space game.
Yeah, there's a lot of horror games out there, but yeah, I don't know if we necessarily play a lot of horror video games, but there's... Look, it's not like we're not familiar with that stuff, right?
How about this? How about you give us a top 5 horror video games and send us another letter?
That's not a bad idea.
And then we'll put that out there because you might play them, but like with us watching 40 horror movies a week,
well, there's a lot of
video game in there.
There's a lot of horror video games
because those you can't just watch a horror video game in 2 hours, can you?
Well, I don't think she wants us to play the video games. Yeah, I think she's talking about like a horror video game movie list, right? Okay. And there's a lot out there for that.
Oh, horror video game movies. Because
there's so many. I mean, there's fucking like 8 or something in the Resident Evil alone, right?
Silent Hill and
there's so many of those.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she's like, hey man, go out and buy a PS5 and start to get out it. I need you to devote the next 120
my tongue is hard.
120 hours of your life to this review. Yeah.
I mean those video games are like
they're
like
intense
a drug
now.
addiction.
Yeah, they are. They really
are.
Drug
Addiction.
No, but there's a lot of horror that gets turned out from video games, and like some of the best storylines that are getting made that are original are getting made in video games today, right now. Yeah. So then we're touching ones. Like, look at The Last of Us, right? That was a video game. Now it's turned into a very successful series.
It's a TV show, Nate.
It's not. It wasn't. Okay. You know what? I'm moving on from this.
I haven't played a video game since 2002.
There's a whole world out there, Cory. There's a whole world. But I mean, like, yeah, it'd be interesting, and I think that's we always need like tons of ideas too for this because we're gonna. And
I would like somebody to roast Nate. Whatever happened to the people that used to roast Nate?
Because that wasn't happening enough. Because
I know I miss it.
I know you do. I know you do. I know when you love turning me into a heel.
I was supposed to be the heel. When we first pitched this to each other,
yeah,
I was supposed to be the heel.
Yeah, right.
I don't
really think I'm a heel.
You were just so evil and mean-spirited that you became the bad guy.
It's fun. We have fun on
the
this
two
podcast.
voices in Deanna's head. The voice of you is telling her to kill everybody in Anchorage.
It's not true.
The voice of me is just like, get stoned. Take it easy.
Yeah. No, I don't think I need to be the voice in her head telling her to kill everyone in Anchorage.
I like that idea of us being in somebody else's head.
and I worry. And I worry for that person.
I like that idea.
But yeah, so I mean, great topic. There's so many video game movies, and we do talk about some of them. Are there any on the list tonight that have been? I think there is one that has been turned into a video game or a version of it.
I don't see that.
I think number 6. I think there might be something, but we'd have to look at that.
No, you're thinking something else.
Maybe. But anyway,
we'll talk about that when we get there, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a great topic. And again, thank you for reaching out. That was Anna, listener Anna, right? Okay, cool. So Deanna, Anna, thank you both and everyone that listens to this podcast.
What is that thing they say about chicks with the end with A and have more than one A in it? There's 2 A's and it ends with a
I don't know. I have no idea. They're cool because they listen to this podcast, or
be careful.
Oh,
for people with 2 A's and end with a.
Maybe these girls would agree with you,
like
but yeah,
and stuff. It's hard.
But anyway, if you do want to get in touch with the podcast, tell us what we're missing, where we went wrong, where we went right, and or if you have a suggestion you want to have brought up on the podcast someday, or just say hi, talk about some horror with us.
Just say, hey, we're listening, so don't quit.
Yeah, that is nice too. You can get in touch with us on Instagram at Savage Horror Creeps, also Facebook at the same thing. And then if you want to shoot us an email, like Deanna did tonight, that is savagehorrorcreeps@gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right. I suppose we should probably get into the main topic tonight, which is the horror of 2007.
You've had your whole fucking life to think things over. What good's a few minutes more gonna do you now?
Don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay away from me.
Wendy.
Stay away.
Darling, light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
All right, the horror of 2007. And for first-time listeners, before we get into the main topic at hand tonight, we kind of like to give you a feel of where we're at in 2007. What's going?
Take you back to 2007.
Let's take you back. So what was going on in 2007? Well, we have movies, since we're talking about movies on a movie podcast. We have movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End, No Country for Old Men, and Shrek 3, and Transformers coming out and blowing away the box office. On TV, The Sopranos comes to an end while Mad Men premieres. So, 2 big shows that transform the landscape of TV. Tornadoes were everywhere, killing everyone. There's 20 people killed in the South in March alone, including 8 in when a tornado hit a school. And then in Greensburg, Kansas, that was completely wiped off the map by an F5 tornado. So we were talking about Twisters, and they always have an F5 that comes on the movie Twisters. Yeah, well, Greensburg, Kansas was wiped off by an F5 tornado. And then even in New York in August, an F2 tornado hit. So crazy weather. This is an odd one to say, but in an interview, Keith Richards, which was a legendary story, so Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones denies that he smoked his father's ashes. Have you ever heard that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he actually denied that he smoked his father's ashes, which everyone was like, wow, Keith Richards, he smoked his father's ashes.
But he did, right?
I don't think he did. He said he denied it back in 2007, which is a long
weird about it.
Would you smoke your dad's ashes?
Maybe.
That's a
You wanted me to.
Cory, I'm dying.
Smoke me. Roll me up in some doobie dust.
Cory, my time has almost come.
Roll me up in doobie dust.
Will you smoke me?
I've heard about other people doing that, though.
Smoking their dad's ashes.
Yeah.
like who? Just people you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Burning them in marijuana smoke.
Cory, I'm almost on my way up.
I mean, you gotta
Smoke
mix
me.
it with something, right?
Smoke me.
You
Mix
can't just smoke
Mix me with formaldehyde.
Ash doesn't light unless you mix it with some doobie dust.
Put me in your bowl.
I want to be taxidermied when I die and put on display next to a television.
Sure.
Heard of weirder things.
J.K. Rowling finishes her final Harry Potter book just in time for the 5th film to come out.
Mm-hmm.
The Virginia Tech massacre happens, and at the time it was the deadliest mass shooting in American history, with the gunmen killing 32 people and wounding 23 others. So that was a very terrible time.
Where was that?
Virginia Tech,
on
the campus. Yeah, it was a big deal. But Jack Kevorkian, the guy that was assisted suicide person, right? Dr. Jack Kevorkian gets released from jail. Cory, Jack's out. I'm gonna call him, and you gotta smoke me later.
You really want me to?
I really want you to smoke your dad. Is your dad still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You want to smoke my dad? Oh, that's dark. Anyway,
his ashes?
I no, we don't. But anyway, and then also in 2007, no one knows how to fly any planes, whereas Adam Air Flight 574 disappears with 102 people. It was an Indonesian airplane, and then a Brazil airplane, Flight 3054, crashes in Brazil, killing 199 people, and in Thailand, and then a Thailand airline, Flight 269, crashes, killing 89 people, and then two news helicopters, collide mid-air.
No, I didn't.
From Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. So two television stations, aircrafts, or helicopters in Phoenix, Arizona, collide over a school park in central Phoenix.
You got to still drive the helicopter and not just use the news camera, you know.
Yeah, right. Well, and they were covering a police chase.
Look at what you're doing.
And two news helicopters crash into each other. Unfortunately, there were no survivors, and it became one of the worst civil aviation incidents in Phoenix history.
There wasn't another helicopter filming that?
Holy shit, you see those two helicopters? Oh, we're going down. Okay, actually, no one survived, so that's probably not a good thing to joke about.
But the tape survived.
And then finally, in technology news, Apple introduces the iPhone in 2007.
iPhone 1?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, Steve Jobs brings out the iPhone. So kind of crazy, right? It seems like longer ago that we had the iPhone, but I guess not.
Yeah. My first phone, I was 18, and it was garbage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had playing Snake and all that other shit, but then I had a BlackBerry, and then
sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make sense, actually, for the time frame. But anyway...
Before we get into it, there, like you already mentioned No Country for Old Men. That's like almost a slasher film. We didn't count that.
Kind of. It's a bleak movie. It's a dark movie.
Zodiac, sure. Jake Gyllenhaal, a guy that looks like you.
Oh, well, that is the nicest thing you've ever said to me on this podcast.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
That's about a killer. That could have been counted. We didn't count that. Ratatouille. A lot of people are afraid of rats. Could have counted that.
Especially animated ones, or what?
Okay. For all you people afraid of robots, yeah, we didn't count Transformers. Superbad came out.
Oh man!
If you're afraid of period blood on your pants.
Yep.
These are all fears. Hot Fuzz was the follow-up to Shaun of the Dead, or one of the follow-ups.
Yeah, that came out. That should almost be on this list tonight.
You think?
I think it's more of a comedy, but like I could see it though. There's some good gore.
In one movie,
but honestly, it's for the greater good.
And one movie I rented thinking it would be a horror film.
You missed it.
What?
When I say the greater good.
Oh,
the greater. Never mind. Anyway, fuck it. All right. Yeah, fuck
it. I rented There Will Be Blood thinking that was going to be a horror movie, but it
I drink your milkshake.
I mean, it's a good movie, but
I'm an oil man.
I thought there should have been more. And then Shia LaBeouf did Disturbia that we don't count. That's a thriller, I guess, too. Juno was a horror film for me.
Very modern retelling of Rear Window, which is kind of a horror. Yeah, I could see that. But anyway, Juno was a horror movie for you?
Yeah.
Why? Because of Jason Bateman, or just because you were worried about kids?
He was a little scary, but yeah, the whole pregnant young thing—that's a scary thing.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
So, Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi came out with his disastrous Venom. Spider-Man 3, whatever. Ooh, and yeah. I Am Legend came out this year. We're not counting that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was on my list.
It was.
Yeah, but not on my top 10 list by any means, but it was on my horror watch list, and right. I could see it. But yeah, not for me. It's
Danny Boyle came out with the movie Sunshine.
That is probably out of all of them so far. I think that could be like that's almost goes a little Event Horizon towards the end, though. You know what I mean? Great movie.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not counting those.
Rip off the Band-Aid, get them out of there.
So just don't, if you're waiting for Zodiac, it's not coming.
Yeah. But we have some other good ones tonight, and before we get into them, for first-time listeners, we submit our lists to each other, and then Cory does a little fancy duty,
point system,
fancy dancy.
They add them together.
Yep, and then comes up with a definitive top 10 list, and because we love horror so much, we always throw in some honorable mentions. So, the first honorable mention tonight
is Murder Party.
Jeremy Saulnier, the guy that did Blue Ruin and Green Room, two fantastic fucking films if you haven't seen them before. Absolutely love them. They're kind of horror adjacent.
And this film isn't fantastic.
No, this is definitely a low budget, his first film.
Special for horror fans. If you're a deep cut horror fan, you've heard of this film and you've seen the person. Remember in the new Scream movie how they're at the Halloween party? Did you notice that one of the guys has the dude's costume?
You're gonna have to be more specific, but
in the Scream movie, they're at the Halloween party, and there's the guy with the cardboard outfit, and you're like, and
the main character,
and you're like, dude, is that?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's
so that's a lot of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Macon Blair, who we were talking about, he's doing the new Toxic Avenger movie. He's in this movie as a psychopath filmmaker who's wearing a wolf mask and a hoodie, but he gets it burnt onto his face, and it actually looks pretty cool.
And it does look pretty good, yeah.
But basically, it's a movie about a lonely guy who finds a invitation on the floor outside on Halloween, and instead of going home and watching horror movies like he normally would, his cat took his spot and won't get out of his spot, so he decides he's going to go to this murder party. So he puts together
which is literally called a murder party,
a cardboard night outfit, and he shows up to a party, and there's only about 6 people there, and all these people are filmmakers, and there's some drug dealer crime guy who has money for an art grant, and he wants to hear everybody's idea on how to kill a person. Mm-hmm. And I mean, were they really going to kill people, or were they just
they were going to kill this one
whoever
guy.
Had the best idea, they were going to kill somebody, and whoever had the best idea, they were going to use that, and then they were going to film it, and they were going to get money to make one of their movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's basically about how these filmmakers or these artists are so desperate for a chance to make their art that they're willing to kill somebody on Halloween night, and they're all friends. This group of people that have been making movies since they were fucking 12 years old.
Yep.
And they all got together and they made this movie, and it got a bigger release through Magnolia, or is that how you say it? Magnolia.
Yeah.
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
But yeah, it's a blood fest, and they take some truth serum drugs in it.
It's a fun movie. So it's a horror comedy,
and it kind of catches you off guard when it starts to get going. But you like this movie each time you watch it a little bit better. And it's you kind of got to look at the movie as you're watching your friends. If you imagine these people as people that you might know in real life and see them making their film, you'll appreciate it. If you look at it as like a movie with a big budget, you're probably going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a low budget horror
But I love
comedy.
the ending, and it's hard to put it on a top 10 list because it's not the greatest quality film. It's just kind of some people in a warehouse talking about murdering a guy and taking drugs. But it's got a charm to it. It's got a horror, a deep cut horror fan charm to it.
Yeah.
So check out Murder Party.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Saulnier's first movie, and like anyone's first movie, it's a little bit clunky, but it's pretty good for a fucking first feature, and it's actually surprisingly a lot of fun in a low budget way, and it's got some good violence and good. I don't know. There's some funny stuff in it, so it's an enjoyable film, and it takes place on Halloween. So if you want to watch a movie set in the Halloween season, this is a pretty good one. So. All right, that's Murder Party for the first honorable mention tonight. The second honorable mention, and this is one of my favorites. This made
Say
my
the
top
whole
10.
title. Say it.
It is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
See, and I didn't count this movie because it's fucking Tim Burton.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a Broadway play.
It's about a barber who is dead, not dead.
He's not dead.
Okay. Puts people in his chair, slices their neck, shoots them down a hole so this girl can make cannibal pies, and then they serve it to the world. Yeah,
but it's a revenge story. It's a my love was taken away, destroyed my life, so I'm coming back for revenge. And we all know that revenge is not a good way to do things, right? Because it never ends up well, right? But this is
sometimes
this is a funny movie. It's a musical. Because it is based on a Broadway play, I believe.
It's dark.
Broadway
it has
musical.
horror elements, but this is too far gone, Tim Burton, when he's gotten too big time for me, and Johnny Depp. Eventually,
what is too big time? So, like, what is small Tim Burton for you then?
Like early Tim Burton,
like Edward Scissorhands,
before he got the multi-million Disney.
Because he does Batman in the 80s. So when was he small Tim Burton?
Those are small. Batman was the superhero movies were the same back then as they were now.
No, I mean, yeah, you're right. Batman Returns is actually a terrifying movie when you have the Penguin in there. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
I like all those old movies, but somewhere along Alice in Wonderland and all that shit. And
but this is much darker. It's a pretty violent movie.
I remember, not that long ago, me and my daughter watched all the Tim Burton films, and we made our own little ranking list.
Okay.
And I think Sweeney Todd is somewhere around 7 or 8.
That's not bad, because he's made a lot.
This is one of the better of the newer ones, but I was just so over the Tim Burton vibe. It all just feels like it's made for 12-year-old goth chicks.
Yeah, I could see where you're coming with that.
Something happened with Tim Burton.
Have you ever seen the play before, though?
No.
Okay, because I saw it actually in the beginning of this year for the first time ever, an actual stage production of it, and it was fucking fantastic.
Better than the movie?
Yeah, honestly, it was. They do a great rendition of it. This movie covers pretty much the whole play. It's missing a couple songs that aren't really the greatest anyway, so it's perfectly fine, but it captures the entire essence of it.
I like how it took me off guard, and I was like, this is really what they're doing in this movie? He's slicing their necks, and he's shooting them down a chute, and they're making fucking cannibal pies, and everybody's loving it. But it just doesn't feel like a horror movie. I understand it has horror movie elements, but still feels like a Disney
I still think it's the darkest thing that Tim Burton's ever done, though.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think's darker than this? Since you watched them all recently, fairly recently.
I mean, Beetlejuice is pretty dark. There's a lot of
Beetlejuice
death.
is dark, but there's a lot of comedy.
The afterlife. Edward Scissorhands has a darkness to it. The Batmans are actually pretty. I don't know. I mean, this is the most. Yeah, I guess this is the most darkest concept, but he didn't pull it off perfectly. Felt lazy, and the music was annoying.
Oh, see, I love this entire soundtrack on this, but it really follows the show really closely, honestly. And so to bring it to the screen was actually, he did a fucking fantastic job on doing that. But look, maybe it's just not your
I mean,
thing.
when I was watching it, it didn't move me, and it was maybe Tim Burton fatigue or just me being over what he was doing in his career and just being sick of Johnny Depp and being sick of everybody being skinny.
Oh, and here's me in like 2007, and I'm like, why does no one like this movie like I do? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like singing the music and the soundtrack.
I skipped this one when it first came out. I didn't watch this movie till about 3 years ago.
Oh man, and I was like singing along with the soundtrack. I was listening to it all the time when it first came out, and
you loved it.
I was a little show tune boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Loved it.
I did love it. I did, and I still do. And
that's why it's our honorable mention number 2.
Yeah.
Honorable mention number 1, which might surprise a lot of people, but I think it got handicapped a little bit because we just talked about it, but it surprised you that
it surprised me that it made it on your list, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's Halloween from 2007.
Yeah.
How would this not make I handicapped this one about 3 spots.
Really? So this would have made your top 10.
Oh, it did. I mean, my top 10, I put it at number 7.
Really?
And if we wouldn't have just covered it a couple weeks ago, it would have probably been 5.
Damn.
This is a good movie.
Damn, girl.
You can be mad as hell as you want that they gave Rob Zombie the Halloween movie, right?
Oh, I'm not mad about that.
We go deep into this on the Rob Zombie episode.
Yeah.
But that he told the backstory that he, took away Michael Myers as the shape and turned Michael Myers into a heavy metal singing, swearing little, high school shooter kid.
Yeah.
But dude, it's pretty good. I mean, this is our number 4 or 5 on the Rob Zombie list.
But there's only 9 movies to begin with. We didn't even have a full top 10, and one of them was
I don't know.
Super
I watch
Beasto.
this movie all the time. I like this movie, and we're gonna get into this near Halloween, I'm sure, when we finally talk about all the Halloween movies. But this is not my least favorite Halloween movie by far.
No, mine neither. Yeah.
There's some problems with it, but dude,
3, 2, 1. What's your worst Halloween film? Spoiler alert for the upcoming.
Halloween Ends.
Oh, really? Okay, not Resurrection. Okay.
I mean, I'm excited to watch Resurrection again.
I'm excited to watch all.
But I haven't watched Resurrection since I've watched Halloween Ends, and I remember being like, "What the fuck?" for Resurrection, but after Halloween Ends, I was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just, I watched that one more recently, but yeah,
I get it.
But I could watch Rob Zombie's Halloween, and I'm not like, what the fuck?
I knew that you liked it. I just didn't know you liked it that much.
No, I mean,
to where you're putting it above some of the movies that we're talking.
Blockbuster. I bought
Blockbuster.
This is a Halloween blockbuster. When you think of Halloween movie, dude, when this movie came out, I was 22 years old. I bought the Rob Zombie mask. I bought everything I could, man. Like, this was cool, man.
Well, you were a rock hard Rob Zombie fan at that time.
Rock hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Dig through the
House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects were 2 of my favorite horror movies growing up and becoming the horror fan that I am today.
Yeah.
I do like Rob Zombie's films.
That's cool.
It speaks to me, or like the things I liked. I like the same things Rob Zombie likes, so I like this movie. Do I think it was the best choice for him to do in his career? No, but it's not bad. If you watch it without it, man, I like this movie, and we don't have to get into this movie.
I like this movie too. I'm not like shitting on this movie. I was just actually surprised that you put it in your top 10.
You were surprised that it made it here, and I'm surprised that it wasn't up there.
Yeah, and because I think that there was a lot of good movies in this year. So to put Rob Zombie's Halloween at number 5, I was actually really surprised to see that.
Well, it's at 7.
Well, 7, but you said it would have been 5 if you didn't handicap it a little bit, right?
It's a good movie.
And
it has rewatchability.
Well, yeah, sure.
And I love that
but there's a lot of other Halloween movies I will watch before this one. But I like it. We've talked about it, and if people want to hear us more talk about this movie, then they can go back to the Rob Zombie episode,
or wait for Halloween, and then we'll see where it sits up with it.
Yeah, maybe we'll have something for Halloween. But yeah, anyway. So that is Rob Zombie's Halloween, our final honorable mention tonight, and now
it's got to be mentioned. It's got to be mentioned. It was influential in 2007.
Yeah. Okay. So our number 10 tonight. Drumroll, please. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. Stupid movie.
Cory fucking hates this movie.
No, but I did place it in my list. I gave it
Was
points.
it an honorable mention?
Yeah, it was my number 13.
Yeah. Okay.
I gave it 1 point.
So why'd you do that?
Because of so this is Blair Witch Project's little sister.
I agree. I totally
Blair
agree.
Witch Project was
that's a great way to put
cheap
this.
and easy and successful, and everybody loved it, and it had a huge effect on viewership and everything. Paranormal Activity was the person that did the same thing the second best.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they were like, oh my God, we could kind of just set up these cameras and watch these people sleep.
Yeah.
And as long as we got one scary movie and we pace this correctly and we don't give them too much to begin and it slowly builds up, people are going to love this movie and it's going to scare the shit out of people, because you know what's scary? Somebody doing something to you when you're asleep.
So that freaked me out. And I was going to say that because I did not want to sleep with my leg outside of the covers because of this fucking movie.
I don't like doing that my whole life. I was always afraid of that fucking.
Yeah, I gotta have at least a sheet on me. But that shit fucking with me while I'm asleep. Yeah, that got in my head. Yep.
And then that goes back to back in the day when we should be living in caves, worried about like a fucking lion coming in and eating us while asleep. Well, this is that fear of being eaten alive in a cave as a caveman by an animal, except for instead of a lion creeping into your house, it's a demon.
Yeah.
And this is a demon movie.
It is for sure.
It's I don't know.
It starts it all, right? I mean, there's 7 sequels or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot.
Too many.
There's a lot. But the Paranormal Activity, well, and I will say that the Amish one that they just made, Next to Kin, not bad. Not bad. If you like found footage.
I thought Next to Kin was the Mexicans one.
No, that was marked ones or something like that.
Right,
but anyway, so I think there might be 8 of them. But anyway, Paranormal Activity was like a perfect example of minimalist horror in a found footage setting. Just that when she stands over him for like fucking 3 hours just watching him as he's sleeping, that gives me chills. It really does, and that's it.
And I thought that she did a really good job performing as a real person, and so did he. And it did kind of feel like you were watching two people live in their house. But oh my God, is it boring?
I don't think it's boring. Well, first of all, do you like paranormal films?
No, I mean, Poltergeist.
Yeah, okay. So I like paranormal films. I think they're the only ones that really actually, or like supernatural stuff. I think they're the only ones.
What's another paranormal film that I should like?
Well, I mean, could you say The Exorcist is a paranormal film, even though it's demon possession? I mean, it's paranormal. I mean,
this is
supernatural.
a demon possession film.
Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a lot of them when we got down to it. But, they're the only ones that really creep me out because, a killer you can run away from or try and kill or whatever, Monsters, okay, let's blow it up, or do whatever. Paranormal, I don't know how to comprehend that, right? If there's a fucking ghost throwing shit around trying to attack my butt or something like that, I don't know what to do with that. And that's terrifying to me. And honestly, they could be anywhere at any time. They could be watching us record this podcast right now. They
are.
And they probably are. But I mean, that's kind of that concept, whether you believe it or not, is another thing, right? But if you do believe in shit like that. Every time you
masturbated down here, there's a ghost of your sperm watching us.
My God, this room is packed.
That's a premise for a movie. Huh?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh my God.
Every time you did this.
Why am I drippings in goo?
You created a ghost.
But yeah, that's that is a terrifying concept to me if you believe in ghosts, which it begs to be seen. But the whole fact of the matter is that when I watch this film, I could put myself in their shoes and I'm like, shit, whether I believe it or not, if this was happening to me, this is some fucking freaky concepts.
I don't know. I just, the night vision and the speeding through the night, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't like that kind of storytelling. I don't like that documentary. Or not, it's not even documentary, but like, I don't watch news. I don't watch true crimes.
Yeah.
I don't watch this. I want somebody to tell me a story in my film. I don't want to watch a documented haunting. I would have rather seen a real movie. If I know how lazy it is.
Yeah, well, and so on the flip side of that coin, though, I like putting myself in somebody's shoes and going like, if I was experiencing this, is this horrifying? You know, because sometimes it's not, you know, it's like, well, whatever. But this would be absolutely terrifying to me. And so like, that's the thing that gets in my head is I allow myself to go to that place. If you can't do that and you don't buy into the found footage thing and whatnot, which a lot of people don't do.
No, I keep on giving found footage a shot. I when I'm watching movies alone, like how I normally do, the shaky cams annoy me. I just don't like the shaky cams. I don't like
I get
any
it.
of that. And I like the more cohesive story. Give me a narrator or something. I mean, I guess that one guy kind of narrates, but needless to say, I like the girl. I like the end. It's just like, I'm watching this movie and I'm waiting and it doesn't really go 100% until the end.
Yeah.
It's just slamming doors and stuff. Like, what can we go Evil Dead with this? Can halfway through the movie, can shit just get nuts and stay nuts?
But that's what I kind of like about this is that there's a certain reality to it. It feels like, you know, you and your wife are going through it, you know, or something like that. It's just, it
gets congratulated for its pacing, and I understand that the pacing is perhaps perfect to many people, but I prefer my pace to be a little faster.
It's slower. Yeah. It's definitely slower, but yeah, I don't know. And again, it is the definition of found footage horror movies,
and it was talked about a lot. One of the most talked about movies of this year, horror movies of this year. Over the test of time, people are starting to dislike it, though.
I think we're just kind of growing out of that found footage stuff. You know, there's been so much of it, and a large part of this is because of Blair Witch Project, and then this was another massive one, too. I think people are kind of getting over it. I don't know what the biggest found footage horror movie that's been recently. What would that be? Cloverfield? Host, I guess, when we were all in the pandemic. That was pretty popular, but like, you know, that's barely a movie. It's a Zoom movie.
The World's Fair.
I shouldn't say that.
The World's Fair. We're all going to the World's Fair.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that isn't a big cult following. Or, well, it might have a cult following, but it's only a cult following. But it isn't like a big, massive appeal like this one or Blair Witch Project has.
But yeah, I'm giving it respect for doing what it did and being Blair Witch's little sister.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, that's a great description.
I mean, a movie that can make 9 sequels in fucking 15 years.
Probably more.
15 years, 9 sequels, 15 years. Somebody's liking this shit.
And some of the sequels aren't bad. It's kind of interesting to take this movie as simplistic as it is and then take it to the direction that they kind of go. Now there's alternate dimensions in some of these ones, and that's where it goes off the rails for me. Like, yeah, it's just kind of like, fuck you. But it's interesting. I don't know. It's not the worst franchise I've ever seen. Anyway, that's Paranormal Activity at number 10. Number 9 is a sequel.
Eli Roth.
Yep.
Hostel Part 2. This is the gender swap version of Hostel 1.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
And I don't mind it. I think that's a good idea. Why don't more people do that? You wrote a good story. It was about a bunch of horny men going to, where did they go?
Slovakia or something like that. Yeah.
And don't you think when you're watching the first Hostel, I wonder what it would be like if this was chicks instead of dudes?
Sure, yeah.
Now we have it. Bijou Phillips is in it. That's that guy from that 70s show that's in jail's wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The chick that pulled the gun out of her vagina in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, she's the main chick.
Mm-hmm. Lauren German.
And then we got the chick from the Scream movies playing a total weirded out nerd, go on a school trip to a beautiful place with
New Randy. is what you're talking about.
Randy's sister, right?
Randy's sister, yeah.
Heather Mazur something.
Matarazzo.
Yeah. I like her. I've loved her in every movie she did. So you get 3 likable girls going on a train, going to a European, is it a Russian vacation for art?
I think it's Slovakia again.
Right off the bat, you get a wiener.
Yeah.
Secondly, off the bat, you get a naked lady. And then you get that
best of both worlds.
I love these travel horror films because I don't travel. I don't go on planes. I've never been on a plane. I've never been to a different country. These do feel like you're traveling.
They do.
I like the ambiance of all of that. I don't know. I think that this is almost just about as good as Hostel 1. It's just gender swapped and it's a little different played. I mean, the kills are a little bit better. The scenario's a little less scary, but I don't know, man.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Out of all the movies that I watched, out of these 40 movies that I watched, this one I think put the biggest smile on my face because I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, interesting.
And it was surprisingly like, yeah, dude, this is a decent sequel.
Yeah.
And I had no real problems with that. They killed off the dude from the first movie in the beginning of the movie. Do you like it when horror movies do that?
I think if you want to set the tone for your sequel, I think that's a good way to do it.
Friday the 13th Part 2 thing in the Hostel 2.
Yep.
And they killed him off from the paranoia. I thought that was okay. That was fine. I didn't want him to live anyways.
No.
I don't love how they pulled in American hunters for the hounds, to get the thing, how they got those 2 rich guys that bought the American girls. I thought this was more about different countries hating Americans and paying money to torture Americans, but apparently Americans will pay money to torture Americans as well.
Yeah, I kind of like that though, because it gave you a little insight on the world building of that. Like you got to see the perspective of the people that like sign up for this type of stuff, and it's like, oh, that's just a doctor that came over here to kill this person. It's not like some crazy sadistic cult or something like that. Right. You got a little bit more depth in this one, which is one thing I actually liked about it. Not that I didn't like this film by any means.
Yeah. Well, you didn't put it on your list.
I didn't put it on my list. I think Hostel is one of the best films of the 2000s.
Okay.
And there's, I could be wrong on that one.
You think this is that much worse than the first one?
I think it's a very good sequel. I don't think Hostel or Hostel Part 2 get enough credit for what they are.
Right, because all people saw was the torture porn.
Yeah, well, they got buried in that torture porn, and it's like there's way worse movies.
And then we'll say it,
way
and then
worse
we'll
movies.
move on.
Yeah.
This is one of the best dick decapitations ever in a film.
Oh, God, yeah. With
the long scissors.
Yep.
Let the fucker bleed to death.
So you must have watched the unrated one, right? I think there's a difference there.
Whatever Blu-ray I own.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
own the
unrated.
Hostel 1 and Hostel 2 Blu-ray split thing. So.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't show that in every one of them.
I don't think it was as graphic.
And then they show it.
It's bobbling. Yeah. It's
It's a good dick cutoff.
Yeah, it is.
But let's move on. Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
The hanging the nerd chick upside down bloodbath scene.
You like that?
Oh, God, was that such a creative death.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the Grim Reaper Sith. She's upside down. All of her blood, you can see boistering in her skin. And then to slice her and then to fill yourselves up in a bath of blood. So that was erotic. Yeah. That was creative. That was
erotic. Yeah, I can kind of see that, though. Yeah.
I mean,
and she's nude.
You think that was erotic? Both of them are nude. That was a sexual bloodbath.
Yeah, you're right. An orgy of blood.
People with money have it made, right? You can get out of anything if you got enough money, right?
You can kill.
Is that the moral of the story?
Yeah, you can hunt a human if you have enough money.
Yeah. Lorna's Randy's sister. The chick is that. The kids from the first movie are back in the second movie.
Oh, yeah.
And they're getting shot in the head. You still give them candy and they'll go away.
Yeah.
But that was some pretty brutal shit. That,
Yep.
Do you think there's kids clans out there like that where
Totally.
little crime children and like older men?
I think this is a documentary of what really happens in Slovakia.
Do you think
to be
so?
honest, this and Hostel, the first Hostel.
Yeah, yeah, that's
a
got it. It's
documentary,
gotta be.
I think this is exactly what it's
and
like.
the women are so beautiful when they have makeup on, but when they take them off, they are not.
You gotta equal parts good and bad. Beautiful women.
And then the
their penis cut
bellhop
off.
returns from the first movie too, or the hostile guy.
Yeah.
Because in the first movie, they never reveal if he's part of the thing. You're like, yeah, he's involved.
Yeah.
But they never really say if he is or not. That's like, was he just weird or was he one of them? Well, in this movie, you find out that he was part of it.
He was, and that's kind of, it's a 1-2 punch with the first film. Like, you can watch these back to back and enjoy them and get
Well, and
a good
surprisingly, the guy that Bijou Phillips is banging wasn't part of it. The good-looking guy with
Is it Bijou or Bayou or how the fuck do you say that?
Well, Bayou maybe. I always say Bijou. I love her from the Larry Clark films.
Yeah.
And I know she's got some controversy that she's a bad person too or whatever, but she plays bad people, snotty little brats.
Why? Because she was married to that one guy. That's maybe. Yeah. Who knows if she knew? Right.
She knew.
She knew.
I goddamn knew.
She needs to go to Slovakia.
Well, she did, and she
did, and yeah,
she got her face. Oh yeah, she got the saw to her.
Yeah,
sitting there like, oh fuck, she's half dead.
Yeah.
Anybody want to buy this half dead American girl?
Yeah, I mean, like, look,
it's a brutal film, man. It's good.
is.
It's a gender swap from the beginning one. It's nothing new, but they changed that.
It's nothing new.
I did wonder what would this be like if these three people were chicks.
Well, and you got it with
And
Hostel
I got
too.
it.
Yeah. So
And Eli Roth written and directed this one, and it has the same vibe. And whether or not Hostel 3 is garbage or not, this is a good little.
Have you seen Hostel 3?
Yeah, I mean, when it came out,
totally different.
Yeah,
totally different.
And I mean, Eli Roth didn't do it. So.
No. Yeah. Look, Hostel Part 2 is a good sequel. I think that Cory obviously does, as he put it on his list. But if you are not a fan of Hostel, I would just say skip this one because it's the exact same type of stuff. If you were in for it in Hostel, then yeah, you'll appreciate this one.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one very much on this watch. So if you watched it once and you just remembered the tortureness, give it another shot. There's some depth to this.
Yeah, there's more to it than that.
I love travel horror films too, like Turnistas and You remember that?
Yeah, I remembered it as Turistas. Yes, but yeah.
See? I've always called it the wrong thing. What else did I just say wrong? Bijou Phillips.
If that's wrong, I have no idea. Yeah. I don't care. But yeah, Turistas is another good one too. Yeah, no, and those all kind of Hostel spawned its own little genre of travel horror.
Travel body horror, where shit goes wrong if you travel.
Yeah,
don't travel.
Don't travel.
And I don't travel.
Well, so far so good then.
Like the runes. Remember the runes?
Oh, yeah, the ruins. Yeah, with the killer plants.
Yeah, and soon the Darkness remake. All that's like, even the Green Inferno.
Green Inferno. Yep. Don't travel, people.
Don't go. You're safe in America.
Okay, so that is Hostel Part 2 at number 9. Number 8 is another sequel, and that is, let's be honest, a much better sequel.
28 Days Later 2?
28 Days Later 2, a.k.a. 28 Weeks Later.
Oh, no. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Danny Boyle comes back and makes a sequel.
He didn't make this.
Oh, no, it was...
Because he was busy making Sunshine.
Yes, that's right.
So he sold it to somebody else who actually did a really good job capturing
Juan Carlos. Danny Boyle produced it, is what I'm thinking of. Yes,
and they used those same shitty cameras on purpose so it would match the first movie,
and it does,
which actually does add charm. With using some of the same music. So 28 weeks later, all the disease rage zombies have starved to death, and now it is safe to return. They bring a bunch of adults, a bunch of soldiers, and they start repopulating. What city did this take place in?
London, yep.
And great idea. And they'll bring a couple kids too, just for no fucking reason. I guess before we get into that, maybe the opening scene with
scene
the guy
is
from Trainspotting. What's his name?
Robert Carlyle.
Yeah, what an amazing actor.
Fucking great.
He's a guy
great
you
movie.
love to hate, and they kind of make you hate him a little bit at the beginning because he lets his wife die and lets those kids die and runs away. But I would have did the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
why does he have to die too?
What's he gonna do at that point? Yeah, but yeah, it's a very harrowing scene in the beginning. Very intense scene, probably the most intense scene.
A very 28 Days Later scene.
Yeah, it's
and
a super intense
28
opening.
Days Later is great. When I
Yes.
saw that movie in the theater, it changed me. It was a big
huge deal. Yep.
Big
Was that
deal.
2004? I think it was 2004, which
It was
would make
before
sense.
2007.
It's 2002. Holy shit. But yeah, this is a fucking fantastic sequel. You get a bigger budget, you get bigger set pieces, you get bigger cast. You got Jeremy Renner, Rose Byrne.
Jeremy Renner wasn't shit then, though.
No, but he is now.
Yeah.
You
Rose
get
Byrne is
that
also
Harold Perrineau, who's been in lots of stuff. I think he's from...
I could say another name wrong. Imogen Booger.
Mooja Booger is a.k.a. Imogen Poots.
Yeah, Imogen Booger.
You know, from, Green Room. We were talking about that, among other things, the Fright Night remake. She's a great actress. I think she's underrated.
She's very young in this
Idris
movie.
Elba is in this film.
He's a bad guy, kind of.
Kinda, yeah. Catherine McCormick. I mean, there's a lot of fucking good actors in here.
That maybe necessarily weren't that big of actors at this time.
Not at the time, but they are huge now and still relevant. And so you got a great cast. Everything is bigger. And I wouldn't necessarily say better, but it's just on a bigger scale. You get some
I wouldn't
amazing
say
set
better
pieces.
by any means.
No, but you do get some amazing set pieces. The opening scene, like we talked about, is super intense. The helicopter thing is really fucking cool. I enjoy that. The blades going through, and
a lot of people copied that, but this was the first one. No.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I, the cast really brings it. There's a lot of tension here.
No, they do that in fucking Dawn of the Dead, don't they?
I don't remember that.
A helicopter killer scene.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Maybe it's the remake.
Well, in the original, it chops off one.
Oh,
it's not like killing hundreds of people, but
You're
yeah.
right, you're right.
But anyway, it is a really great sequel. Is it as good as the original? Absolutely not. But is it good as a sequel could be to an epic movie like the original?
I like how they did.
I think so.
They did so much of the same, but yet they did a little bit different. You know what I mean?
And that's what you do. You can't really change the virus that much,
they
right?
still kind of made it so, like, yes, we have these rage virus, but the real scary thing is actually the people reacting to the virus.
Yes.
Remember how that first one had that underlining tone where it was like, oh, we're running from these zombies. Well, now we're running from the people.
The army. And yeah.
And the same thing here where they're like, oh, fuck, can't contain it. Put them in a room. Oh, fuck, that didn't work.
Yep.
Just kill the infected. Wait. Kill everyone. And then Jeremy Renner being the guy. And then also Mercutio from the Romeo and Juliet, Baz Luhrmann.
Oh.
Is the helicopter driver.
Yep.
And his, like, you let those fucking kids go. I'll save you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was cool. It was very action good too.
Very action heavy. Yeah.
And like the music being the same, the lens on the camera being the same, the low lighting, the violent way that they kill not only the infected and the infected kill. I love those fast zombies, man.
Oh, they're intense.
And I don't even like calling them zombies.
No, because it's a virus, right? It's a rage virus.
Yeah.
So they're not technically zombies. They're just rageful maniacs.
But they're like the 28 later zombies too, because they're dead too. You know,
they're the millennial zombies.
Yeah,
that's what they are.
But I like them.
Yeah. No. And this is a super intense movie.
In the end,
for sure. What?
The empty helicopter with no. You know, they're setting up 28 years later.
Oh, yeah, which is apparently getting done by Danny Boyle.
Because they got that little kid, he got bit, and he's got the same, what do you call that when you're immunity to the virus.
Mm-hmm.
And then that Mercutio takes him to fucking wherever.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere in the world.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's how you do it, but you just keep getting bigger with the sequels as they go on, taking a page out of George Romero's book with the first three first 3 zombie films that he did. But
28 Days Later is great. 28 Weeks
Years Later is
really,
right around the corner.
Yeah,
I think they're making that. And
I don't think it's going to make it this year, but next year.
Yeah, but that would be... Is that 28 Years Later?
No.
From the first film? No, it won't be. But is Cillian Murphy coming back for that one?
I heard
that he might too. So that's going to be fucking
awesome.
awesome.
Well, he's not Doctor Doom, so he's going to have time to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That was dumb news.
Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom or something like that now? Yeah, you don't want to talk about it?
I know.
Yeah, then all right. Then we'll move on to the next film. So
I thought it was going to be Cillian Murphy. He would have been perfect.
He would have been, but so yeah, number 8, 28 Weeks Later, we jump into kind of another zombie viral outbreak movie with
kind of another found footage movie.
Yep. So this is just combining all 3 films that we talked about tonight. It's Wreck.
Yep. What country?
Shit. Is it Spain? I think it's Spain.
Spanish.
It is Spanish. I know that, but yeah.
Follows a girl newscaster who starts talking about some shit in an apartment building where things go chaos. And all the things that I talked shit about in Paranormal Activity, Wreck does it better.
Oh my God, for sure.
Because when it starts getting wild, it stays wild.
Yeah.
And I will admit I cheat watched this because I didn't want to read the subtitles, so I kind of cheat watched this.
You son of a bitch, man.
And I didn't place this movie, and I probably should have put it over Paranormal Activity. But
this was my number 2 of the year.
So I'll just let you talk about it.
All right. So here, okay. Found footage, yes. Zombie film, yes. Shaky camera, yes. This is, for people that have seen the movie Quarantine, this is actually an American...
movie they remake.
That's an American remake
they got
of
Dexter's
this film.
sister in Quarantine.
Right, Jennifer Carpenter. Wreck, though, is a fucking super intense film, and I'm not happy that you cheat watched this, because it is, when you're watching it, you're going along, and how it's filmed, how it's set up is super intense, but the sounds in this film, where they're screaming and you can hear it echoing through the apartment high-rise they're in.
I'm sorry.
It's chilling. And so not only is it just like the shaky camera obviously works
like
for me.
After I watched Paranormal Activity, after I watched 28 Days Later, do I really want to watch the combination of those?
Yeah, but this is just, it has the intensity of 28 Weeks Later, the shaky cam footage of Paranormal Activity, but the intensity though in this film, you really feel like these fuckers are just trapped in this apartment high rise with these intense zombies. They're terrifying. They're brutal. There's some surprising shit that happens in it too. There's like a couple scenes in this thing that absolutely make me jump every time I watch it.
It's dubbed as one of the scariest found footage films ever made.
It is. It truly is. I think so. And it is fantastic. And if you want another great movie, Wreck 2 doubles down on this film and expands the universe, much like we were talking about with 28 Weeks Later. And in a very surprising way, and it makes it a super fun 1-2 punch. Now, the Wreck 3 and 4, they're totally different movies, and they're not like the first 2. But Wreck 1 and 2 are like probably the best among the best.
In Wreck 1, the girl that was the news reader was actually a news anchor, right?
Was she? I'm not sure on that one, but like it makes sense because she was very good at it. But it feels very real. There's an intensity level to it.
And how they almost filmed the behind the scenes and the above scenes.
Yes.
It almost had a Late Night with the Devil vibe.
Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Yeah, because it's a late night talk show. Like we're going live with a
and then we're
fire
gonna show
department.
what it's like when they're behind the scenes, and then when they talk to the camera, how they have the camera voices. When the people are getting interviewed, they talk different, but then they're really scared in the background.
Yeah, there's like a what Dave Attell, the comedian, used to have a talk show back in the day where he would like
or whatever.
Insomniac, right? And didn't he do pretty much the same thing? Like I'm going to job shadow people at like midnight and see what these late night jobs are like. Well, she does this with the fire department that responds to a call, ends up getting trapped in an apartment high rise with an outbreak, a viral outbreak.
And the cameraman does a pretty good job sticking with it and trying to get some stuff filmed.
He does. He really does. But it is fucking... I cannot tell you how intense this film is, though, when you're actually in there and you're watching it, and it's so claustrophobic, and it feels like... like 28 weeks later. That was filmed in London. You got these big wide open spaces and things like that. Even Paranormal Activity is a bigger house for just a single couple, no kids, nothing like that. This actually feels like you were in a very tight, apartment high rise, and it is super chaotic. That is a perfect word for this, but in the best way possible, and it makes things that much more creepy, intense, and in your face to where you feel like you can't breathe along with the people that are trying to get chased throughout the film. So, yeah, it's probably among my favorite found footage films of all time. And, even if you don't like found footage, I would definitely watch Wreck, just because I think that this is one of the better films of the 2000s as well. Hostel, and then not Hostel Part 2, but the original Hostel, and 28 Days Later, for that matter, and Wreck are probably, they're up there. They got to be in the top for me. So, I, you didn't really watch it, but I would definitely recommend you checking this out. So that's Wreck at number 7.
So found footage.
Are we out of it? We're kind of out of it now, right? We're out of it.
Maybe. Number 6.
Maybe.
30 Days of Night. Josh Hartnett.
We're definitely out of it now. This
one goes out to Deanna, right? Anchorage, Alaska.
I wonder if she likes
where
this
it
one.
is.
I don't think it's Anchorage. No, Anchorage, I would assume, is a much bigger place than what this town takes place. This is a pretty small town.
Maybe she was trying to get to Anchorage before the 30 Days of Night.
right.
Which actually is not true. There is not 30 Days of Night in Alaska. It's actually more like 60.
Yeah, it's actually longer than that, but yeah.
So this was a movie that they was originally wrote as a comic book. Everybody thought it would be a comic book. They wrote it as a comic book, but then whoever published mixed comic books said no.
This wasn't a graphic novel?
No. So they wrote it as that, and then they said, no, we don't want to make this. We don't think this will work. So then they started pitching it as a movie, and then they were like, no. And then they started getting it as a graphic novel, and then they started picking it in a movie. So the movie and the graphic novel, I think, actually came out at the same time because somebody went gung-ho for it, and then they both happened. So this is a vampire movie. Obviously, if there's a place where the sun never comes up, that's where vampires would want to be. And if you were a vampire drinking blood, wouldn't you want the blood to be cold?
Yeah, sure. That sounds refreshing, honestly.
The Stranger. So it starts off, Josh Hartnett is the cop, and his family is like the rest of the cops. Like his little brother and his grandma. And then he's got an ex-wife that they don't really explain why they're on the rocks. Mm-hmm. But I think it has something to do with the fact that Josh Hartnett's character doesn't like children.
Something like that, yeah. There's obviously a disconnect there. Maybe he didn't want children.
Well, there's this underlining theme that they didn't flesh out very well with how he did not want to save any children. And people transpire. But anyways, the Stranger is supposed to be Renfield. Obviously, right?
I could see that, yeah. Yeah.
And the guy is supposed to be Dracula. And he's got his little gangbusters of Nosferatu-looking vampires. They're very feral vampires. And as much as I love the idea of this movie, as much as I love Josh Hartnett and Melissa George, I got a huge crush on Melissa George.
Both of them. Crushes on both, yeah. They're great.
I don't know. This movie feels like it fits more for a comic book to me. Well, I read a lot of horror comics.
Yeah.
And I think if I were to support this film, I think I'd get the comic more.
So I didn't know that this was supposed to be a graphic novel. I already thought it was. So that's why I forgave the look of it, because it definitely felt like that. And I'm like, oh, they're just trying to capture that. Because back then, everyone was trying to capture graphic novels. I mean, like, is this Sin coming City. Out like Sin City and all that time? So I just thought it was that. So I'm like, okay, well, that explains the style. But what a fucking great concept, right? Like, of course, vampires are going to go to somewhere where there's permanent darkness. I also love the nomadic style that they show up on a boat and just fucking kill a town and then fuck off. I also love that these are not nice vampires. They're not seductive. They're nothing. They're feral.
Yeah,
they're violent.
Nosferatus,
yeah, they're
but just not quite as ugly.
They're not quite as ugly, but they're super
closer
fucking
to
intense.
that than the Twilight vampires, right?
You have this bleak thing. Winter everywhere. There's no escape type setting, so you can't just escape.
Yeah,
the
and
town.
they're like hiding out, but you can't turn on the lights or the heat, otherwise they'll put you
exactly.
away.
Yep.
So you're also battling that to survive.
It feels
as
very
well as a
claustrophobic.
30-day thing. It doesn't feel like it takes 30 days though.
No.
Their time span, it really feels more like 3 days.
You also have I love the absolute big scale chaos that you get of this entire town getting wiped out.
Oh yeah,
by the vampires. I think that's such a fun concept.
It's almost got like an end, like The Thing. Everything is completely destroyed.
A lot of these vampire movies, he's just like, well, first of all, half the vampires are like Dracula's, right, where they're kind of seductive and blah blah blah. Which I don't like my vampires like that. I like feral ones. But they're always going like one at a time. They'll show up at like fucking midnight where you're falling half asleep and be like, hey, can I suck a tit? And and that's what they do. This is like, nope, fuck it. We're wiping out the entire town.
They're a wolf pack.
Everyone dies.
They're like a pack of wolves.
Yeah. Feral. Yeah, again, to use the term for them. I love, like, this is how I want my vampire films. And you get some amazing kills, and that we might talk about later.
A lot of heads chopped off.
But
decapitation is the way.
There's a brutal decapitation, but you also get like a lot of like heart in the characters. What happens at the end of this film really hit me in the feels.
Really?
Yeah. Or some of the characters that die throughout the film.
Short heartstrings, bro.
I don't know, man. It's
I mean, it was kind of like Spring. Remember when we talked about Spring, how at the end?
Well, yeah, but I choose to think that Spring has a happy ending, though.
Oh, I just think it doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So, and yet I'm the asshole of the podcast, right? But
it's not me.
But anyway, yeah, I think
I love Blood and Snow.
there's some amazing.
Can I say one thing
visuals.
Negative?
Of course.
Have you seen the newest season of True Detective?
I watched half of it and I couldn't. I never went back.
So it's the 30 Days of Snow, 30 Days of Night.
Yep.
And it takes more of a long legs approach with the crime solving thing.
Yeah.
I think I like it better. I like the new. If you like this movie, watch the newest season of True Detective.
Maybe I should go back to it then, huh?
I thought that shit was dope.
Okay.
I mean, there wasn't vampires, but they were something. I want to watch it again.
They were something.
I just felt there was a lot of action in it.
Definitely.
Josh Hartnett played a true action hero instead of a horror.
He was great.
Final guy.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I mean, I don't know.
And this
I
is
used
one where
to want to be Josh Hartnett when I was a kid. This is not my favorite Josh Hartnett movie.
Well, okay, so what is it? And why is it The Faculty?
It is The Faculty.
Is it?
I tried to cut my hair that way.
Oh, dude, I was wearing a fucking long sleeve white turtleneck under a black shirt.
I used to put aspirin in pens and then just act like I sold them at school. I was trying to sell scat with fucking no-dose and fucking ibuprofen crushed up into pens. I just emptied pens and filled them up so I could be like him.
I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to the day that we get to talk about Faculty on this podcast, because it's going to be a fucking hour long just on that movie, because I think we both love that movie.
The one Body Snatchers movie I really like.
That we haven't covered, too, out of all of them, right?
For how wet the snow is, the characters are a little dry.
Whatever, man.
Did you care about these characters?
I cared about it.
Like, I'm attracted to Melissa George.
I definitely
and I love
cared about
Josh Hartnett, but
two.
I honestly, they didn't really. All these characters, they didn't build characters up. It was like a comic book. They look cool and they're there to die. I don't know, man.
I'll give you that on some of them. Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about how when it's not Evan, it's Eben.
Yeah.
Eben.
Yep.
What kind of name is that?
I know a guy. Actually, a real life name, Eben.
Yeah. I don't know. He did the whole I'm a vampire, I inject it. And how do you don't beat Dracula 2 seconds after you inject yourself with blood. And if you inject yourself with blood and you get the powers, you're also going to become a fucking vampire, and you're not going to want to save your loved ones. You're going to eat your loved ones.
I'd like to think there was a transition
It was
period.
a little corny. There wasn't a transition period. He did it and walked out there. And he beat up the strongest vampire.
Hey.
A little fetched.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. I could see why.
And
you
on
might
the cover where they have Melissa George and Josh Hartnett, and they're standing there in the snow. And
how are you going to end that, though?
How am I going to end it?
How are you going to end it, though? Like,
everyone dies.
Okay.
Josh Hartnett lives, and he's a vampire, and he gives a high five to Nosferatu, and they go off to the next city sequel. Okay. That'll at least been better than the sequel they made to this movie. Maybe.
Oh yeah, what is it? Dark Days or something like that?
30 Days of Dark Days.
I turned that movie off when I was watching it. Yeah.
I don't know. It like I said, I think it's stronger in concept. I think it makes a better comic book movie, but it's still an action vampire movie that isn't even in the bottom half of vampire films.
Whoa! And this is in my top vampire films.
Yeah.
I don't know how
you think this would be a top 10 vampire movie.
Yeah, I really have to.
I don't know.
There's so many vampire films. I'd really have to look at that list because it's just so fucking many. It might be
13, maybe.
It might be in my top 10. Yeah,
because you don't like Vamp, so.
No, Vamp would not be in my top 10.
See, but Vamp would probably be in mine.
But like, what are we putting in there? Dracula, Fright Night, From Dusk Till Dawn,
Near Dark, Dusk Till Dawn, Interview with a Vampire, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, that's a good one. This one beats out Interview with the Vampire for me.
Shut up. Yeah. Well, I mean, Interview with the Vampire doesn't feel like a horror movie, really. It's kind of like a biopic.
Yeah, there's some dark stuff in that one, though, too. No different than Bram Stoker's Dracula.
You think? Yeah. I think Bram Stoker's is a little more horror than Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both vampire movies.
But no, 30 Days a Night, I think, might be in my top 10. But if it's not, it's going to be close.
Well, it's number 6 here.
Yeah. I just like it because it feels like a very fresh take on vampire shit, especially when we were at this time.
Fresh? Is it so fresh?
Look, man, around this time we were getting sequels.
The vampires are fresh because they're on ice.
But we were getting around this time we were getting sequels to like Dracula 2000 and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it was real bad.
Anything with
vampires.
Dracula and it is not very good. We even found that out with fucking Renfield. What a fucking disappointment. There's so many disappointing vampire movies.
There is.
And this isn't one of the biggest ones, so.
Yeah. All right, so that's 30 Days a Night at number 6. And number 5, which is kind of ironic because we kind of talked about this a little bit last episode.
Yeah.
Was it last episode?
What
the hell? What did we do last episode? I don't even know where we're at
anymore. Last episode we did Candyman. The year before that, we went 10 years back from the episode we're doing today, and we did 1997.
Oh, yeah.
And in 1997, they made a movie called Alien Resurrection.
God damn it. No, okay. You're bringing it back to episode 34 or 35, 34. Yeah.
Funny Games, the American remake by the same director.
Michael Haneke.
Yep. Did an American version, and he thought of this great idea. Let's cast Michael Pitt as one of the killers and Naomi Watts as the, I guess, final girl. It's not really a final girl.
No.
But Naomi Watts did so much better than the other version.
Tim Roth, too. I think he does a great job as well.
But I don't like Naomi Watts. I don't like any of her other movies. She's never really stuck out to me.
Really?
But I fucking love her in this movie. She feels like Nicole Kidman in this movie, man.
She's very Nicole Kidman in this movie. Yeah, I could see where you're totally coming from.
And I was like, damn, look at her. She's like Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
And the terror, the fear, and Michael Pitt. Yeah. I mean, the first guys were menacing and scary, but Michael Pitt has a nervous energy to him that is unmatched by any actor. Like when he was in Murder by Numbers or when he was in Bully and he was constantly on the LSD. Like he feels like he walks on a different, darker plane than other humans. He's likable.
Oh, he's very likable, but have
he's
you seen
also
him? Have you seen him in Boardwalk Empire?
No, I don't watch that. Michael Pitt is a great actor. I love him.
Yeah.
And his little buddy also did very good. I watched this one before I watched the other one, and we're not going to talk too much about the plot.
They're the same movie. They're pretty much the same movie, made by the same guy.
But
so you can watch this one.
I could watch them both next to each other. I don't know.
It's just a great different take. You know, it's really horrifying.
Well, it's not a different take.
No. But I mean, from like all the other movies on this list, look at them, right? We got monster movies, we got torture porn, we got zombies, we got.
This is the only home invasion. Yeah.
This is.
It's not.
No,
it's actually not.
It's not. But more so than a home invasion, this just hits differently than a lot of other ones because you're breaking the fourth wall. You're fucking with the viewer in this film. You're torturing people, but in like a way subtler, more creepy, realistic way.
But we're the bad guys in this movie.
Yeah, technically, yeah, which is the commentary, right? There's a lot more to say in this film than just your average home invasion film, for sure.
From the loud car drive-in to the heavy metal music, it's chaotic. It's I don't know. There's not much we can say off of the last time that we said it.
No.
But better actors. You don't have to read subtitles. It feels a little bit newer and crisper and a little bit neater.
Since we kind of covered this movie virtually with the original 2 episodes ago, and if people want to listen to that, go back to Horror of 1997. All right, so now this is a new thing that we could bring to the table. What's better, this or the original?
This one.
Okay, all right,
without a doubt. It's neater. It's got better actors. It's
It's a little bit more polished.
There's a better transfer.
Yep,
it's better quality,
better polished, and then Michael Pitt. I truly believe that. Well, and Naomi Watts and Tim Roth do a great fucking job
death.
too. Yep.
Kid death.
But that egg scene though,
makes both scary.
It makes eggs scary. Borrowing eggs. I don't lend anyone anything now.
The scariest people you think in the world always wear black. No, they don't. They wear white
and gloves.
But yeah. Up there, one of the best home invasion movies ever. I like this better than any Purge film or any other thing. Give me an American sequel. I'll take it. But yeah. You want to hear more about this? Go back to 1997. It's the same movie, but this is just an updated 10 years later American version. And I do enjoy it a little bit better than the other one. And they're both great.
And normally we would omit this movie since it's so close to the original. And we just talked about it 2 episodes ago, but I think that speaks to how good this movie is.
Yeah, let's talk about it again.
Yep. All right. So that's Funny Games at number 5. Number 4, a Stephen King adaptation.
Yep. By the same director that did Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile, right? And then he finally adapted a horror Stephen King story. And
Frank Darabont.
The Mist. With the Punisher.
Yeah, Thomas Jane. Marcia Gay Harden as the crazy Christian lady in the grocery store.
The villain, or was she the right one?
Hard to say at the end, but what a fantastic film this is. So this was adapted from a Stephen King short story. This is basically a mist comes into this town.
And full of Lovecraftian monsters.
Yes, they're monsters from another dimension.
But yeah, they're they're at a grocery store.
Lovecraftian monsters.
A whole mix of people, as would be at a grocery store. Yep. Everyone goes to the grocery store. They get trapped in the grocery store.
Well, because a big storm comes in, knocks out power, so everyone's trying to buy resources, to like food, water, stuff like that while they're waiting for the power to come back on.
There's something in the mist.
Yep, and then a guy breaks into a grocery store yelling about the mist, and all of a sudden the mist comes in, and anyone that goes outside the grocery store gets killed by something
within like
there.
12 feet. Yeah,
yeah, and it's a bunch of people that hold themselves.
It's not
up
really
in the
mist
store.
though; it's more like a fog.
It's a fog,
but fog was already used.
Yeah, they're like fucking carpenter.
What's another word for fog?
Yeah,
mist.
It's true. It's more of like a thick fog. Yeah,
it really is a fog. It's not a mist, because a mist is like rain.
So then what do you want to make your own version of this one? What are you going to call it? Smoke?
I'll call it the fog, but I'll do FAWG.
There's something in the smoke.
Something in the fog.
Just bees?
No, fog.
Fog?
The fog.
The fog.
There's something in the fog.
The Louisiana version of the mist, but yeah, so you get a fantastic character study.
It's a lot like 28 Days Later, too, where they're all stuck in there and they all got their opinions on how they're going to get out of this or what they should act, and they start fighting, and they become divided between Christianity and non-Christianity. And
much like some of the biggest horror films that we've covered on this podcast, they teach us that maybe the monsters aren't the worst thing out there. Right. It's actually the humans, right? And
they go smoke weed in the back of the grocery store, and they open up the garage door, and the kid gets, that's what I'm talking about, fog.
Yeah, that fog. Yeah, well, and there's some great creature designs in this one. They're not overly used, which is kind of nice. There's still a lot of mystery in what's actually out in the mist. But like
it's very Walking Dead.
Very Walking Dead.
Which makes sense because...
Didn't he direct some of that?
Pretty much all of them,
yeah. He was a co-creator.
He's in the beginning of every fucking episode.
Yeah,
and you can notice that Carol's in this movie.
Oh yeah.
The old guy with the white hairs in this movie,
Dale.
Yeah,
Dale.
And I think there's 3 Walking Dead characters in this film.
Which Walking Dead starting up around this time,
right after this.
Yeah, which makes sense.
This is probably maybe what funded the beginning of Walking Dead.
Maybe. But I honestly think that this is one of the better Stephen King adaptations, especially since it was a short story and they turned it into a 2-hour-long film.
Wouldn't it have been cool if George A. Romero did this movie?
Oh, fuck, man. It feels like that in spirit, though, with the amount of...
I did think that when I was watching this. I was like, this is kind of Romero.
With the people fighting against each other and like the whole religious
I feel like
angle,
Romero would have did it maybe a little better.
Oh, I probably, because this is right in his wheelhouse. Right. And being him and Stephen King were 2 peas in a pod.
And he was still alive in 2007, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But he was making
crappy movies.
He was making bad zombie movies at this time, unfortunately.
And I will say one thing. The reason why I put this movie so high, and I'm not sure if it's the reason why you put it so high, but I do believe this is in the talks for one of the greatest movie endings of all time.
In horror?
And... the ending that they used in the film is not the ending in the book.
It's not.
But Stephen King even said so himself. This ending's better.
Totally. Yeah, and I agree with that. I think the ending of this film makes this whole movie.
And if I ruined it and you haven't seen it, and if I tell you the end, it'll ruin it.
Yeah, let's not.
So I'm not gonna
about it. And honestly, this movie's like almost fucking 20 years old now at this point. But
jaw-dropping fucking ending.
Yes, it is a gut punch for sure, and it makes
one of the best
movie.
Endings ever.
Yeah, makes the whole movie.
You will think about it for a long time.
And some of the CGI is maybe a little bit spotty, and some of the insects and whatnot, but I don't really care about that.
I mean, it's not a mist.
It's not a mist, it's a fog. But no, I mean, like some of those grasshopper-y style insects and stuff, I'm like, it's not great.
And the dinosaur beast.
Some of those big ones were pretty cool. You know,
they
were
like
very Lovecraftian.
Hurt you, though, because those tentacles ain't reaching down to the ground.
I have no idea. Yeah, and that's the thing, though, is you don't know what that's capable. You know, like the mist could be full of anything, right? And so there's still mystery even when you see some of the monsters in here.
And that villain character, that Christian lady.
Oh, Marcia Gay Harden's character. You hate her.
Yeah, but she was right.
She was not. Yeah, she was, which is...
She was right.
It's a fun little take.
I mean, I don't know of why the reasoning she thought she was right, but
no, she
was right. If everybody would have listened to her,
yeah.
Well, I guess except for the people that got sacrificed, because there is some human sacrification.
Right. Yes. Another
human. Is that a word? Human sacrification?
No. But we know that words don't matter on this podcast. But yeah, there is some really great character drama in this, as well as some really horrifying shit, and an ending you have to see to believe. So, anything else you want to say about it? One of the best Stephen King adaptations. I'm saying it.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, you got The Shining, which is different.
At least 5.
Totally different. Well, okay, but top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Towards the 10. But yeah.
Sure. But it's still a top 10. He's made like 50 fucking movies, movies. Okay, so that is The Mist at number 4. Number 3 to the top 3.
Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne got together.
Sammy Kerr movie. The Sammy Kerr starring.
Made a little rock and roll movie.
I love that
called
movie.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
No, this is not that one. This is Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat.
Which is an anthology Halloween movie, which is a fun fact about this. This movie was created and made. And not only did this movie have a not get released till 2009.
Yeah, it's really
and
unfortunate.
not only did it have a limited theatrical run because it was released like 2 years later.
Yep.
They getting a hold of the DVD, the Blu-ray. This was a get a hold of nightmare film.
Yeah.
I mean now that it's out,
easy. It's everywhere.
You can find merch at Spencer's, at Hot Topic.
What's the character's name?
Kmart, at
Sam?
Walmart. Yeah.
But
so this one is debatable, but we go by a certain set of rules when things are not that have been released more than 5 years ago. We just follow Internet Movie Database, and so Trick or Treat is in this thing. Rob Zombie's Halloween was the big Halloween release because this fucker came out Halloween 2009, but it was made this year and it was supposed to be released out this year. So Trick or Treat, iconic Halloween movie. Has been raped by Spencer's, Hot Topic, and Spirit Halloween, but that's okay.
That's all right.
We've been teased for about a sequel for the last 10 years. Don't know if it's ever coming. I heard it's coming out next year, though, too.
I don't need it.
What kind of thing is Sam? So he's a pumpkin head. Well, he's like a scarecrow pumpkin. I did look it up. He's a demon. He's a Halloween demon, he's the
spirit of Halloween, right?
Like Freddy Krueger he's got the job to control teens' nightmares. While Sam is the spirit of Halloween, he's a demon put out there as an enforcer of the rules of Halloween and to wreak havoc. So whatever, the devil, I guess, was like, Sam, this is your job. Go out on Halloween, make sure people are following the rules, giving out candy. And if
pumpkin goes out before they,
or if they take the decorations down early, you get them. But if they're following all the rules, leave them alone, Sam. Just leave them alone.
Got it, buddy.
And Quinn Lord, played by Quinn Lord, I'm actually going to see him this weekend. He's one of the few guests. He's not like Sam size anymore. He's probably like a 22-year-old dude.
Yeah, it was just a kid in this outfit, right? Yeah.
But and his character is great. I like how all the stories blend together. They tell each story. There's, I think, 4 or 5 stories in this whole thing.
4?
And they kind of tell the end first and kind of go back and tell the stories as you see them all unfold in a certain
They use
way.
the wraparound story to tie it all together,
There's a werewolf story. There's a child getting killed and buried story. There is a story about some troubled youth that got drove off of a bridge. There is a story about help me out here, buddy. What am I forgetting?
I mean, it's just really the wraparound story with Brian Cox too, which we should talk about that. The fantastic actor of Brian Cox is in this movie, which is like weird because he's on a different level now. I think I don't know if you've ever seen the show Succession.
Nope.
Fantastic actor, but he's like one of those
an old dude. I know him more from
but he's
X-Men.
like more like
him
that prestigious actor in my mind now after seeing that, and to see him in this one, it's like, holy shit, like you got Brian Cox for this. This is probably one of the best horror anthologies out there.
Ooh. Yeah, well, not the best.
Not the best, but one of the best. Got to be up there.
I mean, all I can think of is Creep Show.
All right, so
all I can think of is Creep Show.
Yeah. Okay, so let me double down. This is one of the best horror anthologies to watch during the Halloween season. I watch this every Halloween season. For sure,
me too.
Because it feels like fall. It feels like Halloween. It has so much spirit, so much good ambience on that. So it just gives you that lovely fall feeling.
And I think this also suffers from the same thing like Fear Street did. where it's very brutal R-rated film.
Yes.
But it sort of feels like it's directed towards kids.
I could see that a little bit. Yeah, it's like that youth. Yeah, it's not like...
But it's not very good for kids.
No, it wouldn't be, because it is violent. It is...
Sexual.
It is sexual. There's a lot of kid death in it.
A lot of kids die.
A lot of kid death in it, yeah.
Tons of kids die.
But yeah, I could see that kind of like... But I think that's all kind of the fun charm of this movie, too, you know? It's having fun just as much as it's trying to scare you. I think it does both very well.
Tell me how much you loved the werewolf transformation of, instead of transforming, they just peel their skin, their human skin off.
Yeah. Anna Paquin in this.
Sookie.
Yeah, Sookie. Yeah, from fucking True Blood. That was around this time too, right? Or about to start up.
Yeah, she was like super popular. And then I don't know, do you like the werewolf story better or the kids in the bus story better?
I think
it's hard because I always remember the werewolf one first, but when I watch it I'm like, yeah, this is the best story.
Yeah.
The kids going off and then haunting and coming back and getting revenge.
I like the atmosphere of that story though too.
I think that's my favorite story too. But I also do think this is one of the weller done werewolf stories too. I like it. I like it. I like how it's different. I like how it's
almost as creative as your vocabulary tonight.
I've been saying what did I
pronunciation. I can't even keep track.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
Weller done. Weller Dunner.
Yeah, it's just the vibe today.
No, it's fine. It's good. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is one of the more Weller Dunner films of horror anthologies. I mean, there's not a slacker story in this thing. Right. There might be some that you enjoy more than others, but not much. They're all pretty fun. They're all drenched in that Halloween feel. Yeah. They're all scary and tongue-in-cheek.
You really don't think there should be a sequel to this? I feel like there should be 4 already.
I'm good with it, and I've also seen other... Halloween-centric anthologies. You get All Hallows Eve, where
Terrifier.
Art the Clown was. Yeah, Terrifiers. Tales from Halloween. Have you seen that one? Mm-hmm. Definitely not as good, but I do watch that.
Just none of them had the budget. We need more.
This is a big budget one,
big budget.
And this was supposed to come out in theaters, and they didn't think it was going to do well, and got trapped somewhere, I think, and that's why it was delayed for 2 years. But it wasn't delayed because
all
it's
the
a
children death, and it's called Trick or Treat, which is a children's game.
I think you could have put this in the theaters, and it would have been just as.
I think it did go to theaters in 2009.
Oh, but I think that was the real reason why it didn't get released in 2007 is because they're like, we can't release this. This is no one wants this, and it's like, well, fuck, man, like this is really good. Yeah. And you're right, it does have that big budget. It looks fucking great.
And somehow Sam is an iconic horror character without a sequel. Name another iconic character who's only had one. Well, I guess Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah, but those are weird.
That was another one-off iconic character.
Sam doesn't really feel iconic to me, even though he's fucking everywhere.
His merchandising is out there like Child's Play.
I know.
Like Freddy Krueger, you can find more of that shit than
No,
Freddy
he's
Krueger.
everywhere. He's everywhere. And he's up there with, it's like Art the Clown and then Sam. Right?
Well,
right now?
Art the Clown, Chucky. Somehow Chucky's still up
Chucky's
there.
still relevant. Yeah.
And then it's like Jason and then Sam.
Yeah, okay.
They still rape Jason at those stores.
Yeah, even though we just can't get a good movie going with that. But yeah, no, this is one to watch every Halloween season. This is one of the best horror anthologies, I think, for me anyway, out there. It is the epitome of Halloween.
And it's not afraid to go there. I mean, it's razor blades in children's mouths, dead kids everywhere.
But even with that dark material, it's still fun somehow too. You know, it's still enjoyable.
Lighthearted at the same time.
It's weird. It
is weird. It has an interesting vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. But it's unique, and it's definitely deserving to be in our top 3 tonight. So, all right, number 2.
Number 2, I lied. There's another home invasion, and this is a home invasion. French extremist horror.
Yes.
Shining. We talked about it at Christmas.
We did.
We're talking about it again.
It is.
Oui. Inside.
Inside.
Which is a story about a pregnant girl who gets in a car accident and loses her husband. Goes home, is grieving, is trying to get through her life, and there's a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And a strange, scary, but also kind of sexy woman. Yeah. If you're into chicks with horse teeth. Which I am.
Which we all are. Yeah.
Comes to the door and tries to come in. And
she doesn't just try and come in. She tells her flat out.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that baby.
I'm going to get that baby.
And that baby is not out of the woman yet. So,
and Nate loves this movie.
I think it is one of the more intense
And I love this
films.
movie too. It's hard. I don't like subtitles. I really don't.
Yeah.
But this movie is good. Luckily, there's not that much dialogue in it.
Nope.
It's
very
gory.
Simple. Yeah.
There's a lot of blood.
Yep.
Realistic looking blood.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been pregnant. But if I was, this would scare me.
Yeah. It's a brutal film. It's super intense. It's very small scale. It's basically just this woman trying to get at the unborn child of this other woman. And there's very few other characters outside of that. But the intensity of that one woman, she is fucking horrifying.
Don't watch if you're pregnant. Don't watch if you're afraid of scissors.
Or whatever, which is just the woman, French for just the woman. Yeah, she is a super fucking intense person. And the woman that is pregnant does a great job, but she goes through hell in this movie trying to fight off this lady. And it's an intense home invasion film. And I think it's just the sole intensity of this film is what has kept it so prevalent in my mind. It is one of my favorite horror films I've seen in the last probably 20 years.
She's a great killer. Beatrice, you would also know her from Trouble Every Day.
Trouble Every Day.
One we talked about on this podcast.
Yep.
But she steals the show. She is terrifying. She is believable. She is ruthless.
Yeah.
The girl is tortured, although she makes some pretty stupid decisions by being alone. And after the girl came once and the police were there, leave.
Yeah. Yep.
Stupid.
I get it.
Stupid. That poor woman, though. And I like this movie because it does not give you a happy ending. It does not give you a happy middle. It doesn't give you a happy beginning. There's nothing.
It's a pretty bleak movie
about this Christmas film.
It's mean-spirited. Yeah.
Well.
But the final shot of this film always sticks out in my mind. I think it's fantastic. It's so haunting at the end too. And I don't know. I mean, like
my favorite part of this movie is the arm out. Yeah, go back to our fantastic Christmas episode, and you can hear us talk about this. And I believe it got the same spot, didn't it?
Yeah, it was up there.
Number 2 as well.
Yeah.
When she has her arm out the door and then the scissors. I'll never look at shearing scissors the same.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so intense.
So bloody, so gory. Some cops get it too. There's some deception. There's some accidental deaths. There is a lot of blood.
So much blood. Yeah.
So much blood.
Yep.
But yeah, check out our, this movie's great. Check out our Christmas episode to find out more.
Yeah, but that is the French extreme film Inside.
They remade it. Don't accidentally watch that one.
Watch the American
remake.
Well,
watch it, but not first.
It's bad. It's real bad.
But don't watch it first. But you can watch it if you want to. See,
it's not good.
If I had to watch it, everybody should have to watch it.
We do this in part of the reason to steer people away from shit movies like that. And then see other shit movies like Laser Blast and things like that, right?
Well, those are good movies.
That's what but that's a good shit.
That's a good shit. Yeah.
Inside remake is a bad shit. All right.
Bad shit.
Going back to the best shit of 2007, though. That was Inside at number 2. Number 1, is it kind of a cheat? I don't think so, but I have a case for it.
Grindhouse, which is the combined efforts of Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror and Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof.
Hell yeah.
And we talked about Death Proof in the Cars episode, but we did not talk about Planet Terror. And we decided to count these as one instead of two different ones because that's how it was released in theaters. That's how.
Did you see it in theaters?
I watched them separate. No, I didn't see it in theaters, but I did watch them all together.
Oh man, I saw it in theaters. To this day, it is still one of my best movie-going experiences. It was
I
so
bought
fun.
it as Grindhouse, and I watched them as a whole. But I didn't
searched
see
that
it in
out.
the theaters, which was unfortunate. But
yeah, it was.
I was a different man when I was 22. Do you know what I was doing when I was 22 years old?
I don't want to know what
I was
you're
a
doing.
busy guy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was a busy guy.
But yeah, so I saw this in the theater, and I knew I loved Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, obviously. So I was like, okay,
Which one do you like better?
Okay, so. Well, getting back to it, the fake trailers, all that stuff, it was like, it's like,
It's a
I felt like
combined effort.
3 hours was just meant for me in the theater, right? What
it was intended on all being watched together.
What I was enjoying back then was, I think, Planet Terror.
Okay.
I thought that was the better film. That action, that comedy, that gore, that goopiness. It was everything that I was about back then with
I still
zombies.
kind of agree today.
But as I've matured and got older, though, I think Death
You like
Proof.
rapists and cars better than zombies and monsters?
Is he a rapist, or is he just maybe like suck an odd toe and then crash into people? You know,
I think his sexual get off is killing these young. I mean, he's
think
a predator.
Stuntman Mike, though,
He's a predator.
Yeah, totally unique serial killer. Though, right? I mean, he uses his car as a weapon to kill people, which is fantastic, but not in a way of like they're walking down the side of the road.
Vehicular homicide is what they call that.
Yes, but in unfortunate crashes. So he crashes into you as you're driving and kills you that way. Fantastic premise. I think I enjoy the Quentin Tarantino one more, but it's a toss-up, man.
Well, see, the Quentin Death Proof is 2 movies in itself. So we're already watching a movie that has 2 movies, and the second movie also has 2 movies within the first movie. Mm-hmm. And I actually like the beginning part of Death Proof, which is everybody else.
I do too,
opposite.
yeah.
Most people like the end scene.
Oh, no.
Instead of the first. I like the first beginning because it feels more stalker, more horror. The other one's kind of more like a car chase.
Stuntman Mike is totally charming and terrifying.
There's more
in the same
horror
way.
elements to it.
Yeah.
And I think I like the girls better in the first part of the story of Death Proof. But
yeah.
I actually do. Yes, Death Proof is a better made movie, but Planet Terror I like better because it has more of the things I like. It has better rewatchability. There's a lot going on in Planet Terror, and every time you watch it, you notice something different.
Yeah, and
you notice something cool.
I shouldn't say it feels like more Grindhouse films.
And let's be honest, neither of these movies are Grindhouse films.
No, they're big budget films.
That's the problem where they sold it as Grindhouse, and you can't try to make a bad movie.
Well, and I don't think they were trying to make. Yeah, I don't think they were trying to make
an imposter film.
The missing reels gimmick and the aging on the film stock and all that stuff. It was more paying homage.
You're not a Grindhouse movie if it has that much money.
Yeah.
It's just not. And honestly, this was a huge disaster at the box office and considered a failure to this day of a film, right?
Which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, because
I don't know if
and that's probably why they split up the movies and released them separately.
Because they're like, what the fuck?
Like, kids today don't want to look. Kids today don't want to go watch Michael Biehn in a film. Right?
Both of the directors went in really crazy different directions after these films too. Where I would have liked them to go more in this direction, but I think it was like, oh, I guess that's not our calling.
Well, I think Quentin Tarantino's still holding strong to it. Robert Rodriguez,
no, but he's making like changed history films like Big Inglourious Bastards and
yeah, but he's still keeping true to himself. Like, this feels like, I know he's a huge 70s car chase grindhouse movie type of guy, like Vanishing Point or A Fear's or The Fear's Key.
That he said that he liked and everything.
Yeah, and all these ones. Robert Rodriguez went on to do what, Spy Kids and shit like that afterwards.
Did a bunch of kid stuff after this.
So it's a little disappointing.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Was that after this one or before this one?
It was after.
Okay. Yeah, I still like that one, but like he hasn't really made much good after
Three
this.
from Hell.
He didn't make that. Jesus.
It kind of seems like it though.
I could see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he make this movie?
I mean, and what sucks about that though is because he was making some of my favorite movies.
Machete?
No.
Well, he made Machete.
I know he
after
did,
this.
but I didn't really like that, which is a trailer at the beginning of this one. Thanksgiving was 1, 2. Are we going to get Werewolf Women of the SS?
No.
Okay. Are we going to get Don't by Edgar Wright? No, we're not going to. But that's another fun thing is that there's fake
and
trailers.
we actually talked a little bit about that in the Rob Zombie episode. And we talked a little bit about this in the Cars episode. I want to talk more about Planet Terror.
All right, let's talk more about Planet Terror. Because we did give Death Proof its due.
There's a chick with a gun for a leg.
Yeah. Cherry Darling. What an awesome
There's
character.
a girl with numb arms that shoots her kid in the face.
That is pretty intense.
Quentin Tarantino's balls fall off of his body when he's about to rape somebody.
Yep.
Okay, what else? El Rey, who is basically the character from El Mariachi, is a gunslinging badass. The cast is just fucking...
Josh Brolin, Bruce Willis, Michael Biehn, Jeff Fahey, Jesus.
Marley Shelton.
Rose McGowan, who wasn't a total nightmare like she is right now back then. You know,
she's a nightmare now?
I think she kind of went off the deep end a little bit now, shaving her head and doing the whole Britney Spears thing. But anyway.
A crazy... It's kind of like Return of the Living Dead mixed with...
Yeah, I could see that.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre mixed with...
Why, with the gas station?
Yeah, well, the barbecue brother.
Barbecue brother, I could see for sure.
I love that. Robert Rodriguez's daughters are in it as these nasty babysitters. There's a side story.
Oh, yeah.
There's basically 2 stories. There's
Crazy
2 doctors that work
twins.
at the doctor and a girl trying to get away from her and start a life with Fergie and her son.
I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot about Fergie's in it. Yeah.
Fergie's dope in this movie, too. And then him stalking her and her making some really bad decisions. And she's got her little reanimator shots thing where she can make people numb, which turns out bad on her when Brolin stabs her in the hand.
Yeah. Oh.
And then she just drops it. And it's like, fuck. Yeah. Brolin's pretty scary in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Super intense
and then
role.
there's the love story between Rose McGowan and El Rey, where, she ran off with his jacket and his wedding ring, and there's that little love story and them fighting together, and it's cutesy wootsy. It's kind of like True Romance style shit.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of crazy zombies. There's some really gross effects,
really goopy gore effects. Yeah, it's really fun in an over the top fun way. Yeah,
the sets are beautifully dark. Mm-hmm. The cars are fucking just about as cool as they are in Death Proof.
Yep.
To be honest with you, when they pull out that chopper and then he's got the little mini motorcycle, which I don't think existed in the time frame that this was supposed to thing, but it is what it is. Planet Terror's a movie that I still love to every time I watch it. I'm like, I forgot that happened.
Yeah. I think.
I mean, it goes without saying, the best directors alive made a horror movie double feature at the peak of their careers.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Whether or not the world didn't react the way that they wanted them to, they should have fucking. It's literally everything that a boy like me ever wanted.
Me too, for sure.
I love the cigarette burns. I love the slime. I love the babes with guns, the cars, the monsters. But yeah, they're both of the movies are priceless. The idea was good. It makes me mad that it didn't work out, but
I think it's for 2 film lovers that just got a chance to do exactly what they wanted to. Right. And I just don't think the population was ready
friends,
for it.
And then I think in passing, Robert Rodriguez was like, dude, we should do this. You write a movie, I'll write a movie. Let's put them out together. Yeah. Let's try to capture this thing from the 70s. And I think they knew that they weren't going to be able to do it because a Grindhouse film isn't.
I didn't think it matters to them either, but.
And then Tarantino said, no, that'll never work. He goes, well, I guess on one condition. We call it Grindhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Watch these movies if you haven't. I'm sure you have. But
Yeah, I mean, separately they're great. I still think it's the best viewing feature to watch.
It's a long watch, though.
It is. It's over 3 hours long for sure. But I mean, to go in, watch the fake trailers, then watch the first film, get more fake trailers, then watch the second one. It's just a whole viewing experience, and it's so worth everyone's time because you will not be disappointed. And it's so satisfying. And you're just not getting stuff like this today. You're just not, you know. And I think we'd be even more accepting of films like this today.
Yeah.
But we're just not getting
it. It feels unfair because this movie is such a step above every other horror movie that made this year.
Yeah.
But it wins. You can't deny it.
No, I love it. Yeah.
And so recap. Number 10, Paranormal Activity. Number 9, Hostel Part 2. Number 8, 28 Weeks Later. Number 7, how would you say, record button, rec, I guess.
Record button.
Well, because, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Number 6, 30 Days of Night. Number 5, Funny Games, American remake. Number 4, Stephen King's The Mist. Number 3, Trick or Treat. And number 2, Inside. Number 1, Grindhouse, Planet Terror, and Death Proof. Pretty good list.
Pretty great
for
year.
2007. Isn't this the years where you're worried about, you think the worst horror movies were made in 2000 to 2010?
No, I'm just starting
to 2010 to 2020.
No, I don't think it's that. I think they're getting better.
I think it's gotta
I
be
used to think the
2000s
2000s were going to be bad, but I think maybe it's just late 90s. I think where it really just starts going to hell.
That's really where you get it, huh?
Yeah, 97 wasn't that great.
Early 2000s, late 90s, you think? But that's like the Scream thing.
The Scream was 96. Yeah.
That's late 90s.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe there's no bad year in horror.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But that's why we're watching them, so you don't have to.
Ooh, before you go, I got another letter that I forgot to mention.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it wasn't really sent to Savage Horror Creeps. It was sent to me, but it was all about the things. My friend Noel was big on me. He told me about a movie called Frontiers, which is another French extreme film.
Sure.
He told me a movie about Borderland. He said, I'll borrow you these movies.
No, that was part of that After Dark Horror Fest, right? Yeah.
He actually sent me his top 10 2007 horror films.
All right, Noel.
And I didn't want to say it beforehand because it would ruin our list. Number 14, he gave me 14. Rob Zombie's Halloween, most disappointing Rob Zombie's Halloween, number 14. Number 13, 30 Days of Night. Number 12, Paranormal Activity. Number 11, 28 Weeks Later. Number 10, Frontiers. Number 9, Inside. Number 8, Funny Games. Number 7, Teeth. And this is going to be weird.
Teeth.
Number 6, Sweeney Todd. So he liked it too.
Yeah.
Number 5, a movie I didn't watch, didn't have on my list. I didn't even know about it. I wonder if you know about it. Substitute?
No. I'm not sure about this.
Number 4, a movie you also liked and had in your honorable mention, Orphanage.
Yes, that is a great, subtle, haunting movie.
Number 3, Trick or Treat. And number 2, Wreck. And he goes, I am not a found footage fan, but this one is special.
Oh, The Substitute. Sure. Yeah, it's, okay. I've seen this before. I've not seen this film, but I've seen this before. It's a group of 6th graders is convinced their new substitute teacher is actually a menacing alien. It kind of came out around like all those, it's from Ghost House Underground Pictures, which I think is like Sam Raimi's company or whatever, but they started like really doing like lower budget horror films, direct to video style, kind of like the After Dark Horror Fest films. I think that this one got lost in the mix of those ones. So interesting.
And then his number 1 is also Grindhouse. So
very cool. Very cool. It looks like a lot of people are liking this. Maybe we overlooked this one. So Substitute. Yeah. Genres: comedy, fantasy, horror, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So cool. Things that you thought would have made the list that probably didn't make the list. I got a list for you. Okay. So sorry that we missed. Drive-Thru was a fun horror movie about a killer drive-thru person. Frontiers was that strange French extremist movie. Mm-hmm. The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. What did you think of that?
I think that's a pretty good sequel too.
It's just such a army movie.
Yeah.
But it had good things about it.
Yeah.
It was better than Hills Have Eyes 2.
The original sequel? Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Shout out to Shrooms. We talked about that in our
It's got a gross birthing scene, too, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
There's some gross shit in there.
Not cool.
Shout out to Shrooms. We did that in our psychedelic episode. That movie's not that bad.
It's not. Nope.
It's not that bad. I would never put my dick in a random car window, though.
No, and that says a lot for you.
A lot of you guys are probably like, where's Saw 4? Fuck Saw 4.
I'm right there, man.
Wrong Turn 2 was a direct-to-video sequel to Wrong Turn. Henry Rollins. And it's like a real world road rules thing.
It's I think it's my favorite of the Wrong Turn movies, actually.
Oh, you above the first one? First one's pretty good.
First one is pretty good, but like it's fun. It's a fun sequel.
Another Christmas movie that didn't make the list, P2.
Oh yeah. We talked about that though.
Yeah.
You got to do.
2 movies that I don't know rubbed me the wrong way, but aren't horrible. 1408. Or 1408, the John Cusack, Sam Jackson movie, had some good parts about it. It kind of felt like that Romero film. Vacancy.
Vacancy's not bad. It's more of like a weird thriller, right? Yeah. It's kind of like Joyride a little bit. Dario
Argento made a piece of crap called The Mother of Tears.
The third in the Mother of Sighs.
I mean, Asia didn't look like Asia Argento even wanted to be there.
It didn't. That movie is deeply flawed, and I kind of like it, but not in a
2 movies that I actually want to talk shit about, but they're impactful. The Poughkeepsie tapes and The Girl Next Door.
The Poughkeepsie tapes.
Is that, did I say it right?
Poughkeepsie, yeah, but you emphasize poo.
Poughkeepsie.
So. Yeah.
I didn't like that movie, man.
It has some really good, first of all, found footage.
Because they were trying to make it look real, and I could see through it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
there is that problem. Yeah.
I could see through it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel, everybody, oh my God, it's so real, it's so disgusting, so whatever. Mm-hmm. I could see through it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel.
That one got really notorious because it came out. It freaked people out,
TikTok
but like
fame, didn't it?
Well, I don't know if it got like blacklisted or something, but it was really hard to see. So it became this kind of like underground or movie where it's like people would say, "Hey, have you seen the Poughkeepsie tapes?" There's a couple creepy scenes like when that killer's like walking backwards with that mask on or crab walking a little bit.
Yeah,
that kind of freaked me out. But like,
I mean, the most horrifying thing to me would be like me having to watch all those tapes.
Yeah, right. This is a lot of footage. It's like you playing video games. Yeah. But yeah, that's the problem. I think you hit it right in the head. Is like
I can see through
it. Anyone can really. So, but it's not bad.
And then The Girl Next Door is a despicable film, and maybe we'll talk about that in the awards or something. But all right, movies not to watch from 2007. I Know Who Killed Me, the Lindsay Lohan horror thriller.
Fuck that movie.
Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer.
Oh, you didn't like that one? I think it's
I don't
kind of charming.
It.
In the same way of My Name is Bruce.
Yeah. Which is a movie that I could not get a hold of. My Name is Bruce. I could not find that anywhere.
Oh, was it on Tubi?
No.
Oh, really?
2017.
Well, shit.
Also couldn't find Return to House on Haunted Hill.
Not good.
And Homesick with Tiffany Shepis. I really wanted to find that.
I did not watch that.
Don't watch AVP2. The Hitcher remake.
Yeah, unless you have night vision
George A.
goggles.
Romero's Die or Dead, no good. Pumpkinhead 4, not very much. Hannibal, and we'll get into the rest of there. But yeah. Watch yourself. We're going to do awards. You ready?
I am.
All right. Best name 2027. I got some nominees. And the nominees are Poughkeepsie tapes. That's how I say it. The Poughkeepsie
You're
tapes?
really emphasizing the poo aspect.
The Poughkeepsie
It's
tape.
Poughkeepsie. I think people would pronounce it Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. I don't know. But yeah, in the movie they say it faster, don't they? Planet Terror, Funny Games, Murder Party, The Mother of Tears, or Zombies. There wasn't a lot of good titles this year.
No.
Which one do you think the best one
Well,
was?
I've changed my answer now because after you pronounced it Poughkeepsie tapes, I kind of like it a little bit more.
So you're going Poughkeepsie tapes?
Poughkeepsie tapes.
Poughkeepsie. I picked Planet Terror.
Yeah, that's probably the best one.
Best art 2007. Is it Teeth, Planet Terror, Funny Games, Hostel Part 2, The Mother of Tears, or Trick or Treat? You got a different
I gotta
one?
give it to Planet Terror on this one, actually.
Planet Terror wins again.
Yeah. I love that art.
Best name, best art. Sounds or Music 2007. The Hills Have Eyes 2. Credit rap song. The Hills Have Eyes. Look it up. The Hills Have Eyes Part 2 rap song. It is
really
dope.
Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
Funny Games.
All right.
28 Weeks Later. Death Proof. Rob Zombie's Halloween or Murder Party. Murder Party also has a cool little credit song by a unknown local punk band.
It does, but Rob Zombie's Halloween's got some pretty good stuff in
Rob
there.
Zombie don't fuck around with his soundtracks.
No, he doesn't.
What are you giving it to?
Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I gave it to 28 Weeks Later because there's something about that music that makes the mood for the film. I listened to it on the way over here in preparation, and it made the drive completely different. It made me think about a lot of things.
You just keep driving faster as the music keeps getting swelling.
I'm actually like it so much that I am going to look at what it's called.
Well said.
In the House, the band is In the House, and In a Heartbeat is the song.
Oh, okay.
It's not Godspeed Black Emperor, but it is that. Anyways, so I don't know who's right, me or him, but Best Director 2007, was it Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino? Was it Eli Roth? Was it Rob Zombie? Was it Frank Darabont for The Mist? Or was it Jeremy Solner for Murder Party?
Man.
It's a hard one. It's hard not to give it to those juggernauts, but I'm giving it to Eli Roth.
Okay.
Just because I didn't want to give it to those juggernauts of directing.
Well, that makes me feel bad. What about Michael Dougherty for Trick or Treat? Can I go off script?
Yeah, you can definitely. You don't have to pick my nominee.
All right. I'm going to go that one since I can't pick a juggernaut.
That movie's a little messy. And then.
And what did you just pick?
I mean, I'm picking Eli Roth.
Hostel 2 is a little messy.
Okay. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe Trick or Treat. Maybe I should have put that.
I mean, honestly, I think it would be Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. Anyone that filmed that fucking car chase scene and whatnot, is...
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we're both wrong.
Yeah. Or we're both right.
And we just got to go with the way it is.
Exactly.
Worst film 2007. Was it Sick Girl? Was it The Poughkeepsie Tapes?
Definitely not.
Was it The Girl Next Door? Was it Hannibal Rising? Was it Zombies or George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead?
See, I apologize for that one since I'm such a Romero fan, but
it's a bad movie.
It's not good.
What do you think the worst movie? What was the most? It doesn't necessarily have to be the worst movie, but it could be the most disappointing or the biggest letdown. Which movie pissed you off the worst? If you could wipe one off from existence, what should be wiped away from existence?
I mean, I guess Zombies, because I tried to watch that and I was just like, I got better things to do. This ain't making it. So
I'm actually saying Hannibal Rising, man. That shit was garbage.
It has no reason to exist, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad movie.
I thought it was bad.
But it just has no purpose in this world.
Yeah. Nobody remembers it.
No one
you're
wanted
like,
that.
Oh, that must be the TV show. Oh, no, that's not the okay.
No one wanted that.
Fuck Hannibal Rising. Best Actor 2007 nominees. Kurt Russell as Stuntman Mike, Josh Hartnett as the hero in 30 Days of Night, Michael Pitt as the killer in Funny Games, Luke Wilson as the boyfriend in Vacancy, Thomas Jane as the father in The Mist, or Jeremy Renner as the hero in 28 Weeks Later.
Thomas Jane does a great job in The Mist, but I got to give it to Stuntman Mike.
Pitt.
Michael Pitt, fuck. That's a good... Are you picking him?
Michael Pitt.
Okay, then I'm going to pick Kurt Russell, Stuntman Mike. Yeah, it's fantastic.
So yeah, I'm going Michael Pitt, you're going Kurt Russell. Female actor nominees. Rose McGowan for playing 2 parts in Grindhouse. Asia Argento for not wanting to be there in her dad's last film. Anna Paquin as the werewolf chick. Melissa George, Josh Hartnett's wife. Naomi Watts as the victim in Funny Games. Kate Featherston as the chick in Paranormal Activity. Marley Shelton for being the doctor chick in Planet Terror, or Beatrice Daly, is that how you say your name?
Oh, in Inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. Some type of French shit.
Who'd you have for best chick actor?
Dude, I forgot about La Femme, though. She's so intense.
La Femme?
That's the evil woman's name.
Oh, yeah.
In
she does a great job of that role.
She does, but I kind of want to give it to Rose McGowan, though, because she's just so fucking
dual
cool.
Parts, so she's really good in that.
Well, yeah.
Because you were talking shit about her a little bit ago.
No, I wasn't.
Because she's weird now, you said.
Yeah, but that not back then in Grindhouse. I mean, she had a cool character as Cherry Darling in Planet Terror.
Well, and Pam, too. Pam was also weird.
Yeah, she was all right, but
she fit for that thing.
She fit.
And when she was bouncing around that fucking car.
Yeah, no, you're right. She's good in that.
And I'm actually going Marley Shelton, because when she had like the numb arms, when she was screaming after her kid got shot in the head, like that shit was real, dude.
Yeah,
when
that was
intense. Breaking her arms with her numb arms, the fear of Josh Brolin, the chemistry between those two.
Yeah.
I would normally say Rose McGowan because she's the one that sticks out, but since I'm getting a second time around in it, I actually think that she is you don't even remember who she is, and she did so great. Remember I said Marley Shelton, you're like, oh, the other chick,
the blonde girl,
blonde girl.
Yeah.
Dude, she was also had her own poster. I bought both. I have both.
Yeah, I remember that
from those things.
Yep.
Dude, she was just as good as Rose. She deserves a little bit of credit. That's why I'm picking her.
Yeah, sure.
Who'd you pick? Rose McGowan?
Yeah, Rose McGowan. Yep.
Minor character. I've only got a few. Quentin Tarantino as the bartender and the guy that loses his balls. Donnie Wahlberg in Saw 4 for showing up at the end and skating on an ice cube.
Oh, fuck.
Larona or Heather Matazzaro as the nerdy chick in Hostel 2, or the little witch girl in Trick or Treat.
A little witch girl.
The one that they said she was retarded, but she wasn't, you know.
Okay.
She was the savant, and she got to live, and Sam kind of gave her a wink at the end and was like, "You're good." You know what I mean? I don't know. I liked her character. I thought, but she wasn't a main
Is that who you're
character.
picking?
No, I picked Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
as the bartender.
Yeah,
makes me want to eat nachos thinking about that scene.
All right, hard drinkers, let's drink hard. Yeah,
yeah,
yep.
All right. So you picked the same thing?
Yes.
All right. Best monster. Was it Sam from Trick or Treat, Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween, Pumpkinhead from Pumpkinhead 4, Horny the Clown from Drive Thru, the huge dinosaur monster from The Mist, the vagina with teeth and teeth, or Marlowe in 30 Days of Night?
It's got to be vagina teeth, right? Vagina dentata.
The vagina is the best monster of 2007.
It's pretty terrifying. It's pretty terrifying.
It is.
I didn't like it.
That was also a good dick decapitation when it just kind of fell out. There's like 3 of them in that movie.
There's a lot, yeah. And that's a good movie too.
I actually picked the Mist dinosaur, but I'm going to go with
old.
You.
Yeah.
The vagina is the biggest monster of 2007.
It's all of any year.
Hero 2007, was it Ray from Planet Terror, Josh Hartnett from 30 Days a Night, Jack Brooks from Monster Slayer, Beth in Hostel 2, Henry Rollins in Wrong Turn 2, Zoe in Death Proof, or Jeremy Renner in 28 Weeks Later?
It's gotta be Ray, right?
I mean, that's the first one that probably comes. Yeah. The El Ray.
The El Ray.
I actually picked Henry Rollins from Wrong Turn 2.
I know. It's a good movie.
Because he does save a lot of people, and he's awesome. Very Henry Rollins.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love Henry Rollins as a person. I
wanted to get him tattooed on my body.
I watch him light up hipsters on just like clips on YouTube all the time.
Such a great guy.
He's just such a douche,
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yep.
Let's do Babe Crush. Was it Rose McGowan? Was it Melissa George? Was it Heather Mazzarato? Was it Katie Featherston? Was it Anna Paquin, Asia Argentino, Marley Shelton, or Lindsay Hahn from Shrooms?
So Asia Argento is usually a big one for me, but actually
she was not that.
She's not Mother of Tears.
She looked like she didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Katie Featherston from.
You have a crush on the girl from Paranormal Activity.
Totally. Yep.
I kind of did too.
Yeah. Right. There's something.
But like I would leave her.
Oh no, and I'd be like, "Hey, you want to settle down and make a home together?"
But I would have fell for her too. So.
Oh yeah,
and that's what a crush is.
Yep.
I got to give it to Melissa George though. I don't know. There's something about her.
I thought you were gonna give it to her.
There's something about her. It's hard not to give it to a lot of those people, but
it's great.
It is what it is.
Totally.
Best kill. I have no nominees, but what do you think the best kill was?
Ooh, you've no nominees on this one.
Well, I have the one nominees that I picked as the kill, and it's the saw blade in Frontiers when she saws that dude up on his own saw blade. I had a list, but it must have deleted or something.
I think best kill is
there's the bloodbath from Hostel 2.
No, it's the decapitation and then meat grinder thing that's a really brutal decapitation by axe.
Or the sun in the mist.
Yeah. Be careful. But yeah.
Hey, you be careful with your be careful.
But yeah, it's 30 Days a Night. I still remember that axe scene. It's like, oh fuck, man.
I think the saw blade wins. But also like the end of Inside too, like when she finally dies.
That was most savage for me.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since that's the next category, most savages for you. Mine was the entire fucking movie of The Girl Next Door. Did you watch it?
No.
I'm still pissed. You didn't watch it. You've never seen that movie.
No.
You've never seen that movie.
No.
You didn't watch that movie.
No, I didn't.
This is what
you didn't watch Wreck.
This is what people respect us for because we watch these fucking movies for them.
You didn't even watch Wreck.
I watched the
much more respectable movie. All right, give us the breakdown. Short breakdown because I know about this film.
Apparently a true story about a girl who had her parents died and her and her sister got adopted. And I don't know if it was by family, an aunt or a foster home, but she had a bunch of little boys. She tied the girl up in the basement, tortured her, didn't feed her, made her sons rape her. God. They shoved a snake up her and the snake bit her. She lit up metal and burnt her clitoris off. And it's played by a 15-year-old girl and it feels so real. And there's this little neighbor boy that she makes watch everything and he doesn't ever has the guts to like save her. In the whole movie, you want to fucking throw up. And I'm even mad that I even brought it up. It's the most fucking, I understand stories like this need to be told. Especially the fact that it was a true story and that people need to know that there is that type of evil in the world that you need to look out for it or whatever. But oh my God, dude, it was I didn't even know what I was getting into. It was just on the list and I played it and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this stupid movie about kids playing in the park. And then all of a sudden I was like, what?
Yeah, I at least knew what this movie was about.
Man, I was sick, dude.
Not for me.
Oh. Yeah. It fucking sucks.
There's just I gotta be in the right.
But it's like well made, but like I mean, dude, why? Oh my God, why?
I gotta be in the right mindset for that, and I just like those movies. I gotta shift into a different gear, like any like rape revenge film or something like that. I gotta be in the right gear
part
for that.
Sucks where you think,
and I just can't.
There's no revenge part.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just a true story, and it's just watching. Yeah, it's brutal.
And the mom smoking the cigarettes. What do you think about this stupid slut? And it's just they're all down. There's kids. There's an audience of kids.
Just despicable.
For every single one of these.
Yeah,
dude.
And we often talk about how horror movies are like a nice escape, and we don't bring up politics on this, and we try and be as inclusive as possible to everyone and everything, right? But. Yeah, that movie's not, or those types of movies are just not an escape. They're not fun. They're not like, it's a chore.
So mad.
It becomes a chore and it doesn't, it's just not appealing.
Oh. Anyways, creepiest part in 2007 Creepy Award. What are you going to give it to? Is it the thinning man from Wreck, or is it going to be the demon in Paranormal Activity?
Oh, fuck, man.
Those are the two that I have.
The thin man in Wreck at the end of that thing, skulking around in the night vision.
What did you have
man.
written down?
I didn't have actually a thing for that.
So I was right on the thin man.
Yeah, I forgot about the most creepy.
For the movie
category,
I didn't watch, I
like,
sure know a lot about it.
Yeah, great. Way to breeze through some YouTube synopsises, you dick. Give me some shit about not watching the girl.
Most horrific scene I had was You're Savage. The most horrific is when she rips that baby out of her stomach. Yeah, at the end of Inside. What was your most horrific?
Just the entire penis mutilation that you just have throughout this entire year. It's just the dicks dropping off. They're getting
Teeth
cut
and
off.
Hostel too.
Planet Terror. There's all of Quentin Tarantino drops off in a goopy
I think it was
mess.
just his nuts. I don't think it was a penis.
I can't imagine that really held on that much longer.
I think his two gnats fell.
Yeah.
All right, we do a recast every year. Our winner was Grindhouse. So I picked 4 characters to recast from Planet Terror, and then I picked 4 characters from Death Proof. Me and Nate don't have necessarily the same things, but let's see. You had Cherry, right?
Yeah, you want to do Planet Terror first, or you want to do Death Proof first?
I want to do Planet Terror first.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to do Death Proof first?
I don't care. It doesn't really matter.
Planet Terror was first in the series.
You're right.
All right. Who's your Cherry?
Oscar Pistorius, aka Blade Runner. So he's that double amputee from South Africa that was a sprinter in both the Olympics.
His leg, you thought?
He's missing both his legs, and he put those blades on the legs.
I see how you're trying to be funny.
Ran really fast, and then
movie wouldn't be successful if we casted that.
He's also convicted of murder of his girlfriend too. Yeah,
I bet you that movie would do great with that recast.
Just pissed.
You
could have started with Death Proof. I was going to ease into that one.
I was excited about the con coming up, and even though she canceled, I picked Jane Levy because I thought she would play the role of Parent. But later on, thinking Emma Stone.
I could see her as a cool one.
On the back of the motorcycle.
Kind of nerdy though.
Well, but skinny and weak, but also strong and spitfirey.
I could see it.
Who'd you recast as Rey?
Diego Luna from Rogue One or Andor.
Okay. I actually thought about doing that. That was on the list. Because I was looking up Latin actors because it's pretty thin.
Yep.
And I ended up picking somebody that I thought could play a Latin actor that isn't Latin. Jeremy Allen White.
Definitely not Latin, but I could see him doing it though.
The right mustache.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Dr. Dakota Block, which is Marley Shelton's character. I know I put her in every single one of them, but Mia Goth.
Yeah, I didn't cast that one.
But you did do Dr. William Block.
I did.
And who did you pick?
Bryan Cranston, I think, could take an evil turn.
From Breaking Bad?
Yeah. Couldn't you see him be an evil doctor?
I could see him being an evil doctor, but Josh Brolin's so big in this film, and I think that was part of what's scary. So I picked Mickey Rourke.
Oh, fuck, man.
Wouldn't that be
No one's going to believe that
terrifying?
he's a doctor. Look at his face.
All the plastic surgery. How else would he afford it?
Did you do that to yourself?
How else would he? I don't want your help. I don't want your help.
Obviously, you don't know what you're doing.
And also, Mia Goth and Mickey Rourke.
Weird. That would be a weird
Big
combination.
guy, little girl. I don't know. Who was your other Planet Terror character you had?
So I did Bruce Willis's role, Lieutenant Muldoon, and I put Anthony Starr, Homelander. Couldn't you see him being a douche?
Yeah, he's a douche.
Yep, he is a douche.
He's a douche.
All right.
Death Proof. Who we doing Stuntman Mike as?
Oh, what's his face? I just put Daniel down. I got to figure out his. You go first.
Well, I wanted to cast you. I wanted to give you the part of Stuntman Mike because I think you could pull it off.
Oh, well, thank you.
But when I was like, oh no, we're not doing that this time. So I searched the bowels of the actor that reminded me of you the most, and I want Jake Gyllenhaal.
God damn.
To play the part of Stuntman Mike.
My ego
but I want
is just
him
out of control.
I want him to play.
Wow, that's so nice.
You playing Stuntman Mike instead of playing Stuntman Mike. Jake Gyllenhaal, Stuntman Mike.
That is nice. Dan Stevens from The Guest as Stuntman Mike. Yeah.
It's because he drives.
I guess he does drive.
He drives a lot.
He does. But I could see him being like a dark guy, but charming.
I felt like I had to cast the same person I casted as Cherry as Pam, and then I saw Jane Levy or Emma Stone as Pam. Emma Stone.
Which one was Pam?
Rose McGowan's character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot her name.
Jungle Julia, I wanted to cast her.
Oh, so you went with the original girls?
I did.
Okay.
Jungle Julia, I wanted to recast. And I hate switching the race, but I was so disappointed to not see her in a different movie. Taylor Swift.
Oh, interesting.
As the radio host, snazzy chick.
Yeah, I can see it.
You know, a little,
I can see it a little bit.
And then Arlene was the other one I had, which is the girl that did the dance on Stuntman Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's funny that you did the first group because I did the second group.
Right. Well,
definitely works out.
And I guess it was in between the Fast and the Furious chick or Jessica Alba, and I picked Jessica Alba.
Yeah, those are some really...
Because, she did such good dancing in Sin City, so why not do it in this one?
Yeah. Oh, there's some... those are some real good serious answers. Yeah.
Oh, you got some goofy ones coming up.
No, I don't. No.
What do you got for Death Proof?
I mean this. Okay, yeah. So I've got Stuntman Mike was Dan Stevens that we talked about. Yeah. I think he'd be charming. I think he could be creepy. You just got to put a scar on.
He can drive. Yeah.
And he could drive. For Abernathy, originally played by Rosario Dawson, I did Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Kim, Tracy Toms was
she
doing
was
that.
The black girl.
She was, yeah.
Okay,
Yep. She was a little sassy, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's funny.
So I just couldn't think of anyone else but Kevin Hart.
You pick Kevin Hart for a joke answer every time.
Nah, okay. I will make sure to not do that. But it was just a feel.
Yeah.
Just a feel from it.
He had a wig on. He's playing a woman, right? He's not playing a man version of her, right?
So he's going to do
is he going to play a woman?
He's going to do like a small Medea thing?
Or are you
I like this better.
It? Okay.
No, I like this better. I want Kevin Hart playing woman's role. Yeah. Okay. I like that. And then...
and then you got Zoe, right?
Zoe Bell. Yep.
Zoe Bell,
the fantastic stunt performer, turned actress that does all the on the car stunts.
Let me guess, Danny DeVito.
Well, you're not far off, because I think it would be fun to see a little person
Eddie
flipping
Murphy.
around in the car. So I went with someone like like Vern Troyer or Warwick Davis or something like
Vern Troyer. Oh yeah, he's 75 now.
I think Vern Troyer's dead. Warwick Davis is probably 75 if he's still alive.
He's alive.
But yeah, I think it'd be fun to see a little person just flipping around in that car.
Yeah.
Especially if he screams like Mini-Me. Like, ah!
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's fun to have fun with these things.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, you seem like you're having fun. Seem like you're having a lot of fun.
I like to have fun with these recasts.
Yeah, I know you do. You did it.
Coming up on the 9th of this month, Cuckoo.
Yeah, what's this movie about? You know what this is about? I keep hearing about it, but I don't.
It's the chick from Euphoria. She was awesome in it. She also did some like anime voicing. I'm trying to think of her name.
Hunter Schafer?
Hunter Schafer, who I do believe is a trans actor who's fantastic. And
sure enough.
And she's going to a cuckoo, like a sane asylum, and escapes from a sane asylum and is obviously a little cuckoo.
A 17-year-old girl is forced to move with her family to a resort where things are not what they seem. Hey, Dan, our boy Dan Stevens is in this, actually.
I don't know who that is.
The guy from the Guest.
The guy that likes to drive.
Yeah, right. I don't know where you get that, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, tell me more about it, because I honestly don't know. I've seen the trailer like 3 times.
Okay, well, here's a different synopsis. So, reluctantly, a 17-year-old Gretchen leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at their future residence, they are greeted by Mr. Koenig, her father's boss, who takes an inexplicable interest in Gretchen's mute half-sister, Alma. Something doesn't seem right in the tranquil vacation paradise. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that also concerns her own family. Yeah, okay.
Sounds good, right?
Sounds good.
I want.
This comes out on the 9th, but how have people already seen this a lot?
I don't know.
There's a lot of like reviews on IMDb for a movie that hasn't come out yet.
Are they bad?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What do you think is going to be better, Trap?
So I'm going to see Trap this weekend. Actually,
I'm going to see it hopefully Sunday when I come back with the daughter. The daughter really wants to see this. She's super excited. She's starting to get into Shyamalan.
Oh yeah,
Shyamalama Ding Dong. Which one do you think is going to be better?
I think Trap.
I think Trap's going to be better.
I think Trap
because of your boner for Harnett.
Yeah, but I think that this is going to be. I have a feeling this is going to be that Josh Hartnett resurgence movie.
What about not the M. Night Shyamalan resurgence?
Is he? He's kind of back though.
Kind of came back with
he
kind of
came
Cabin.
Back. Yeah,
but his kids are making better movies than him.
Possibly. Yeah, I still haven't seen Watchers yet.
Yeah. Oh, you should.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I will. I'll get there.
This weekend.
You want me to watch it this weekend? All right, I'll watch it this weekend.
I mean, you're going to watch Deadpool. You're going to watch Trap.
I got a lot of I got a lot of things to do this weekend.
I'm pretty sure Watchers is on VOD.
I think so, yeah.
But so we're coming back next. We're going to let Troublemaker Anthony come here on one condition.
Yes.
Do I release it? Do I say what he's...
well, first of all, why don't we tell him what we're doing? So
we
it makes sense.
We are going to show up a little bit after the 15th, after we watch Alien Romulus, and we're going to give a definitive Alien rank. It's been asked for at least twice, and
that's right. So
it's time.
So just FYI, the next episode will be a little later.
Because it comes out on the 16th, and we are not big enough to get early screenings of these films.
Not yet.
Yeah, soon. Any day now. This is what we're doing this for, so we can see movies 2 days before they come out.
Or at least maybe like a free month to Netflix or something like that. But anyway.
Anything.
Yeah, anything at this point. But no, so yeah, so it's going to come out probably the following week after the 16th.
And Anthony has been very vocal about him wanting to be a part of this Xenomorph episode.
Because he has an alien tattoo, is that correct?
He has an alien tattoo.
Which we'll get to. But more importantly, that's not the most important thing that's going to happen on this episode, right?
Yeah, we're going to... Anthony has to wear.
He's agreed.
A huge black penis-shaped device,
13-inch rubber dildo on top of his head, so he closely mimics a xenomorph in Alien.
We're gonna slime him up too.
Oh my God! It's
Vaseline on his arms. We're gonna put Vaseline on his arms, and we're gonna. What else can we do? We'll tie his eyes open.
The big fucking floppy penis head just hitting him in the forehead.
Yeah, it's gonna be like being in the room with a real xenomorph. And then we're gonna rank all the aliens,
just like the one.
Alien vampire.
Now, when do your symptoms start? Yeah? Go on. You're not giving me anything to work with here.
Oh, you want me to practice right now?
You could. That would be great. That would help me craft my own voice, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I got slime coming out of my fingernails. I got boils.
You're very unhygienic.
Acne. I got... my tongue is hard.
I see you got some acne all over your forearms and your legs and your head.
Is that really the voice you're going to do?
That could be. Still working on it.
Yeah, still.